Episode 10, Morally Ambiguous. Who thought we'd get this far? Welcome. We're going to be doing live stream, so let's do this. All right. Hi, everybody. My name's Todd. I'm a DM player, and I am here today streaming. This is only our second game online, so please forgive any technical difficulties. Please join us live in chat. Please feel free to make suggestions about the game, to say hey. We do interact and we do take suggestions in game, so feel free, or as much as we can anyway. So feel free to jump in. Let's get started and then we'll do a nice recap of the game so far. As I mentioned, we are on episode 10. That's a lot of me making stuff up, but it's not just me alone. So let's go around the table and meet some people. Hey, Bela, you're up first. Hi, Bela.
Bella's on mute.
Oh, Bella's on mute.
Bella, you're muted.
So we're going to start with Trent. Hey, Trent.
How's it going?
Welcome back to the stream.
Thank you. First time here.
Well, first time on the online stream.
Very true.
So tell us a little bit about your beast there.
I am Benkuhm Delote, Goliath Barbarian, Bear Totem. I believe also Elk Totem.
Bear elk. They're rare.
I smash people, but overall, I respect people.
Nice. Nice. And unfortunately, you missed the last game, so I was NPCing you, and I apologize in advance. I tried my best to carry on.
What? I listened to a small part of it,
Nice.
and I thought you did a swell job.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. It's a fun character to play. Next up, we're going to go over
You played it perfectly.
Thanks, man. Next up, we're going to go over to Darcy. Hey, Darcy, how's it going?
Hey, good, great, and all those things. Let me just jump right in. Okay, I'll do that. I'm playing Umbra de Seara Superluna Plina Fica de Corona Distella Superluna Plina.
Nice.
She is a druid who is a warlock who is the whole thing. The whole thing. Go watch the VODs.
It's true. Oh, I have these. I forgot I have these. So, yeah, pre-built. She's a druid and a warlock. And, yeah, another thing about Darcy is he kindly takes on the role of our artist in residence.
Benkuhm Delote is better.
Yeah, I've chosen to do that.
Well,
and no one can take that away from me.
Nice. Well, I know I really appreciate it, and during the stream we always cycle that out, and you do the character icons and so on. So a lot of our art is done by that, or we purchase it and or use it, the free stuff. Moving on, Fenris. We really started with you. I think you're one of the only originals from the first game, way back in episode 1.
Yeah, one of the two originals. I'm Gordon, and I am playing Fenris, and he's a pretty chill guy, kind of relaxed, and has golden eyes, and can harness the power of the shadowfell to create shadow magic.
Yeah, there we go. I was about to say, I was like, that's a pretty low ball for a Shadow Soul Sorcerer. He's a cool guy.
I just hang out and I do things. People die a lot. Yeah, I think you definitely have the record for the most describe this, if that's a verb. So we're going to be streaming a game, but let's bring the listeners up to, or viewers up to speed with what we've been going on. So yeah, anybody want to take the lead on that?
Do you want me to introduce Darmita?
Oh, right. I'm sorry. We skipped you because your mic was off. You can play. I just have to find your... There you are. Go for it.
Yeah, I will be intermittently turning my mic off just because I do have two furry people, furry friends, and they get playing and loud, so I don't want to disrupt, but I'm playing...
halflings.
Yes. Yeah. They're just halflings in a G-string.
You know. But I am playing Darmita, and she is a Azamar ranger, and of the Gloomstalker persuasion, and she had a lot of fun the last game.
Yeah, you were dropping knights like it was going out of style, just whack whack whack. So that was lots of fun.
Wow.
Awesome. And so you were once a brigand. Well, I guess you technically are still a brigand, as well as Benkuhm as well was a brigand. And then you've been
Still
sent to
am.
join up. Yeah, you still are. And you've been sent to assist a wandering band of adventurers on their way for nefarious purposes. And that brings us sort of up to speed. A couple players couldn't be here, so let's introduce those characters real quick. So we have several, actually. The first of whom is a character by the name of Johannes, played by Levi. So we miss you, Levi, and if you get the chance to do some online games, we'd love to see you in here. He is a human bard of swords. He's kind of an assassin with lots of tattoos and just... He's equal parts charming and deadly. So we were enjoying him there. And then a good buddy of mine, Jay, was playing Archibald Cunningham. Hold on, I gotta put that visual back on 1 sec. There we go. He is a dandy duelist rogue. And he might show up again later, but for now, he just stole a wagon and is clippity-cloppeting, as we said last game. I think that covers everybody. I think.
Yeah, as far as just relevant to the now.
Nice.
So when I watched the recap or when I listened to the podcast, I got up to Seara talking to the Knights of Pelor
the
about
magistrate.
Yeah, and then the magistrate was next to Johannes.
Oh,
and then
not
they were
magistrate.
looking,
Sorry, because you guys.
They were
have the
looking for a
magistrate.
girl, and then I didn't have the time to listen to the rest of it, so
No
I
worries,
was like, "Whoa, what
we
happened?"
should do the full recap anyway.
Well,
right?
Benkuhm, I and the others practiced a little bit of diplomacy.
At the end of it.
You made peace with the people who assassinated
You
your
know,
parents?
I think that's a pretty accurate description. Yeah, we made peace with them.
Yeah, well, you made them into pieces, if that counts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Well,
I much prefer that.
it was
I don't know.
pretty intense. So you guys were
Maybe we
traveling
should do
through.
the full recap.
Absolutely, I've got
Right?
the
You
map
seem like
we
you got
were.
it.
Yeah, I got the map we were using on the screen here. So we were traveling over towards the succubus with your kidnapped magistrate in tow. Your plan is to trade him for some two newlyweds who'd been fallen under the succubus's spell. So you made a deal, magistrate in exchange for the newlyweds. So you're bringing him back from town after kidnapping him, and then you had a little conversation at the brigands, because they also wanted something from the magistrate. He tried to summon a demon and escape. You guys lopped off his arm and stopped any escape plans. At which point, Seara, not our Seara, Umbra de Seara. I'll get that someday. But Seara Telborn of the brigands. No, but the whole thing. So she wanted a pardon, and unfortunately it was ruined in his attempt at escape. So she asked you to come back if you're willing. Now, as you're heading off towards the succubus, you end up traveling through a mountainous pass on your way towards a ridge, and at which point, I think it was Gord heard signs of people, and if you can see my little roughly drawn, I used the words, drawn horse in the corner here. They had been kind of camped at this one kind of bottleneck and listening for people coming through, but y'all are pretty fast, so by the time they realized you were there, or you realized they were there, most of the party had continued on past them by a little bit. It was Darcy's character, Umbra de Seara, turned around and went to investigate, make friends with horses, like she does.
I was so sure that someone said that we heard the sound of wings and hooves.
Hooves, yes.
I thought there was like a hippogriff.
Oh,
and then for some reason there was just no wings, so I must have made that up.
I got to that part and I was like, "Oh, did I miss some of the audio?"
Yeah,
I was like, what are the hippogriffs?
I don't remember.
You're about to get run
saying
up on.
wings. I just thought you were like, hey, it would be cool to see hippogriffs. So hold on to that. We already saw
I
griffins.
thought you were playing the
I heard
pacifist
wings.
card.
You guys almost got to play with griffins, but then you killed every last one of them. So anyway, I
didn't kill a single one.
Yeah, so you guys threw down, and Gord in particular did a real nasty move that's worth a little bit of recap. He snuck around, seeing a back route around, did a misty step with shadows wrapping around him. Came around and spotted their mage kind of resting and kind of looking at his spell book off in the corner away from the two knights and this one kind of leader guy who's wearing a red cloak. Darcy, Gord, Fenris, so many names. Fenris held, this was pretty clutch. Why don't you tell us what you did there, Fenris?
Oh, well, I mean, sneaking around after using a subtle misty step, I noticed that they had a magic user behind them who was about to rejoin them, which could be pretty problematic. So I used subtle hold and then subtle blight.
Yeah.
I did a lot of damage on it.
22 points of damage.
Yeah.
It was heavy, and meanwhile, not a sound. He's just rotting away with us. That sounds like a special kind of hell, if you ask me.
Yeah, it wasn't
that
too
was a
pleased
hard
about
move.
that. Yeah. And then he still lived, though, so I doubled down, cast my hound, and launched a fireball to finish him off, along with, I think I hit 3 others.
Yeah,
three
it was
That's what I missed.
it was a non-subtle fireball. And
It was not the fireball was not so subtle anymore. The jig was up, but the caster was taken out, I think, along with their cleric, and I hurt the soldier.
Yeah, you definitely turned
and
a
lieutenant.
easy, difficult scenario into much more manageable.
And then while Seara, I think, grappled the lieutenant, Darmita just whipped out her bow, and Darmita, why don't you take it from there?
From there, then I basically realized that my friend Fenris was in the background doing some of what they do. Seized that opportunity to cast my spiritual weapon.
Just like that. It sounds like that too.
Spiritual weapon. Wrong character.
Hunter's
Didn't
Mark.
sound right.
Hunter's Mark on one of the night guards, and as soon as I had the moment, I just peppered him full of arrows.
Pew pew pew.
1, 2, 3.
Pew. Yeah,
And he didn't do that.
Oh, it was pretty intense. You nearly assassinated him right then and there. It was very nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that close. But I got him next turn.
Yeah, it's true. So after the ensuing battle, long and short of it is, you guys ended up fleeing. Well, not fleeing. Well, yeah, you kicked their
Excuse
butt.
me? I feel like there's a very notable thing that you are skipping over.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the red cloak ends up getting blasted by fireball and ends up in the distraction of it all, dropping or losing his disguise. And it turns out he is also a Cambion. And Umbra de Seara, this was the guy, if you were watching episode whatever it was when you stole the magistrate, this was the actual same guy and the 2 knights who were standing at the door, who then ended up knocking in the door and chasing you guys, and you guys escaped via rowboat and octomotor, octopus, wild shape, and then so they've been pursuing you, and they've had a couple of days, or a day and a half, to try and figure out where you're going. Their cleric did an augury to figure out a general direction, and then the rest was just about waiting for you guys to walk through that particular mountain pass. So, you guys capture him. You
We have 2 Cambions now?
held
Yes,
him.
we did
Yeah,
not
it's
kill the
kind of
other one. We
kind of
captured him.
ironic. Hold person
Yep.
on the
Well.
second Cambion.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That might be an issue at the game's rules, but you know, we're working around it. They're half human, half humanoid, so half of them can't move. So anyway, it just we might
they have
end up
magical
revisit
resistance.
that.
I'm not
I don't think they do.
saying.
Sorry, Bella.
I'm not sure if folks are forgetting my going back to that fight that we first found out that the magistrate was a Cambion.
That's right. That was awesome.
And
I love when you pulled. Yep.
We now have 2 Cambions that are kind of hold, and they are both mortal enemies of Darmita, and so I'm interested to see how she deals tonight with not being able to kill them.
You're showing some incredible restraint.
For
I
now.
haven't started.
We also took their horses, so we have some horses.
Oh yes, you have 4 horses.
So we made it to the village?
Oh right, 1 horse got away. So you have
Yeah.
now left the area with the where the battle took place, because you don't want to sleep there. But
No.
at a player request, you ended up moving to the canyon, where you found a bit of a gorge and then a small kind of outcropping overlooking the common area bridge. So if you guys are willing to not light a fire, or light a fire under the shade of darkness, actually, then you can stay nice and warm but can't see. Well, actually, some of you can see. That's Johannes's contribution to the party, other than him going off.
It just can't last that long.
Oh, that's true. But it could be, dark for a little while.
Are we in like risk of like freezing? Like, do we need a fire for warmth?
It is a late autumn, so I'll tell you what. First roll of the game, let's have everybody roll a survival check and see how you're doing out there.
Okay, sure.
Or actually, yeah, let's everybody either survival or Constitution save. It's up to you. Whoa, Bela with the double 23s, and you do
I
have
got two
advantage out
18s.
here. So Bela has advantage because it is chosen terrain. It's mountainous and mountainous and forest. Benkuhm is feeling pretty chilly with just a mere 11. Although I will give you advantage, Benkuhm. So you can roll again because you are a mountainous folk.
That would make sense. He cannot become exhausted by cold. Isn't that cool?
15.
You're actually quite distracted there, Benkuhm. The chain with which you bound that second Cambion, you retrieved it back from Umbra to Seara, and
Yeah, that's how I tied them up, right?
you quite naturally it's almost like you let it go and it wants to recoil around your forearm. This is the chain that you managed to hack off of an attacking chain devil.
Yeah.
And it tends to slither and move on its own a little bit. So you're sitting around as Johannes insists on lighting a little fire. Very small, sheltered fire.
Nice.
Just under
He wouldn't. He just goes in his hut.
That's true. I'll see you
Yeah,
later.
doesn't need it.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah,
Yep.
you're absolutely right. So Benkuhm is pretty chilly, almost wishing he could light a fire, but this thing, he's kind of playing with it, and it's when you let it go, it kind of retracts like a slinky around your sleeve, and then you pull it out and it comes back. Now the thing is a barbed chain. I'm gonna ask you, Benkuhm, do you mind rolling one more time for us? And it's going to be a wisdom save.
Oh. Okay.
Do you want to carry that on to me as well? I failed last session, but just took damage at the
Yep.
time.
No, I took note of that.
Okay.
All right, at 14. So Benkuhm, it's funny. It's like, a kid playing with a slinky, except this kid is like, how tall are you?
7, like 8, 7, 7.
I was gonna say at least 8. That would have been my guess.
Yeah, so an 8-foot kid is playing with a slinky and just bouncing
Made
it.
out of
Yep.
spikes.
Made out of spikes, and it's just scratching against your toughened hide. Now you have a little bit of armor, yes? Are you?
I
Mickey'd.
think I am. I'm wearing breastplate currently.
Okay, and that'll come with some bracers of some kind. So it's kind of scratching against a bracer, missing you most times, not doing any actual damage. All right, so
Ultimate
anything else you guys
Kratos.
want to do this? Anything else this evening before sleep?
I will pull Darmita aside when we're switching off during the nightly watch, and I will say, "Wow, crazy stuff." Sorry, now let me do my voice. Crazy stuff, Darmita. It's like I can't even remember the past 12 hours or 10 hours or so.
That happens to us. It was, a little stressful out there, but, it'll come back to you. I think a good night's sleep will help.
I think I'm having a caffeine migraine. I got used to the camp being so well stocked. It's not like that in the mountains.
Well, we're only here for a short time. Let's just do what we gotta do, and we'll figure it out after that.
Crazy, eh? Two
Yeah.
Cambions. I didn't even know what that was.
Well, they need to die, so
Okay, cool. Switch it off. Good night. I go to bed.
All right.
Cool.
Does anybody else want?
I'll actually
Yeah.
I'll actually speak with when there's a quiet moment. I'll speak with Seara and if he's around, Johannes, and just like as we're kind of settled in for the night.
Oh,
You know,
yeah. Johannes
back there.
is just sitting, he's about to do his ritual to go into his hut, and both Cambions. How have you guys trussed them up? I'm just curious.
I know that the magistrate is manacled and gagged and blinded,
Mm-hmm.
and the lieutenant should also be tied up, gagged, and blinded. So like there should be something wrapped around their eyes so they can't see.
Absolutely.
I used the wizard's robe, I think, because I was like, I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
This is a lot of material. Yeah.
Yep. The charred wizard robe, and then does anyone? Somebody had some rope last time. You could maybe.
I definitely have rope.
I mean, we all got rope. It's D&D.
Yeah, it's D&D standard. I'd like to buy some food. This comes with a free rope. Not Fenris, sorry. Johannes is just sitting there, kind of getting ready for his ritual, kind of chewing on a stick.
Okay. Aside from that traitor, that innkeeper, back there, that's the first time I've killed humans. And for a moment, I saw the look on this one person's face, that caster, full of fear. And for a moment, I felt sorry for him.
Johannes looks at you with this kindness in his eyes, and he says, "Yes, I remember my first kills. The ones that really counted. They're hard, but you have to remember." And roll an insight check.
Damn, Johannes. You sounded
Sure. Insight, huh? Okay. Dirty 20.
Oh, nice. All right, let's see what he does here. Oh, hold on. That did too.
That's 2d20. I see. How many d20s do you want?
So he looks at
Roll
you.
40-20.
No, not 40-20. 40-20 damage as Johannes attacks. No, it's he looks at you. He seems incredibly genuine and like he's really been there. Like he himself struggled with the idea of mortality and taking life. But when he looks at you, he's got this reassuring, confident presence. He's like, "It's okay." And he puts a hand on your shoulder and he says, "I don't want to say you get used to it, but you do what you must." And he smiles this earnest smile.
I must say, I'm actually quite surprised to hear that it is the first time. You took to it quite quickly.
I did what I had to do.
I mean, I don't think that we could... I mean, obviously, yes, it was the right call, but we could not say for sure who they were at the time of your striking. It seemed a little premature to me, honestly.
I saw the symbol of my enemy, and I knew then that it was them or us. I felt it.
Johannes pipes up and says, "Sometimes you have to strike first if you need to strike true." He is mastering himself so much right now. He's just like... But you guys, well, actually, anyone who's there, so Fenris already rolled one, so Umbra to Seara, if you wanted to roll an insight check, you can.
Sure, why not? Where's the insight on here? It's 12.
12? Yeah, he seems actually more settled than he has in a long time. You guys have been kind of giving him a bit of a hard time, wondering about his allegiances or that sort of thing, but he seems to be kind of with you and present now in a way that you haven't really seen since the magistrate's house. Seems to be taking it seriously.
The weirdest thing, though, after, I just felt a cold numbness. And now I don't feel anything at all for them.
He stirs the ground with a little stick. Go ahead, Darcy.
What do you plan to do once we are done with these cambions? This is not your true calling. This is simply a stepping stone, is it not?
I already spoke to Seara back at the camp. I'm tired of running, and there's more going on here now. It's not just one cambion that's playing a role here, it's two. And there's something more going on here. So I want to get to the bottom of this. I want to find out what's going on, and I want to put a stop to them.
And do you think that Seara would be able to assist you in this?
I think a lot of our goals are aligned.
I feel like she is out of her depth, and perhaps there's a better allies you could be making.
Perhaps.
But more allies are better than less, I suppose.
Johannes pipes up and says, "The cold kiss, that's what my people call it. Sorry. That numbness, that means you're on the right track. Get some sleep. Tomorrow might be a busy day." Johannes looks over at the magistrate and the other cambion. And then he goes inside his hut as it into existence.
Cool.
I get ready to settle down for my timeout, and I will take a look at the item with the pearl.
Oh yeah. So go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Unless you have Identify. Or
I do not have Identify.
Okay.
Nope.
You're gonna have to roll for it.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to re-prepare spells because I need to take Detect Magic. Where are my spells?
Whoa. Natural 20, 24.
Damn.
You rolled the number 20.
Nice.
And I have +4.
All right.
Whoa.
No, you rolled the number 20. You didn't roll a d20.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
Oh,
You
that's
rolled
how you
20
hack
plus
it.
4.
I'm glad somebody's
No.
paying attention.
You'll notice that it's not. You'll notice it's not green because it didn't roll the highest on the die.
Yeah, no, good call. So it's /roll d20?
Yeah.
Slash from.
Yeah.
I
There
can't
you go.
roll anything less than a nat 20.
Not nearly as good. Okay, 10.
That's the D&D gods punishing you. Mah.
Yeah.
All right. You definitely get the
Honest
impression this is enchanted. You also get the impression that the brooch that it's mounted in is not as important as the actual pearl itself. It's this opalescent kind of shaded white with the kind of just ever so slight fading to gray in places. And if you hold it up to the right kind of light, you can see the very faintest of gold etchings in this pearl. It's a bit unusually large. It's kind of about the size of the end of your thumb. It's a pretty good size. You can tell that it's magical, but you're not entirely certain exactly in what way. Although with a 10, that's kind of all you're gonna get.
Okay. Am I able to attune it?
You can definitely try.
I'll try before going to sleep.
All right. So you sit with your pearl, kind of rocking back and forth, holding it up to the firelight or the moonlight, and over enough time, you feel it kind of sink into you, not physically, but emotionally sink in and line up with you. And once it's attuned, you suddenly have a well of magic that it feels like the pool of magic from which you pull just got a little bit deeper. You can write Pearl of Power on your inventory sheet, obtained from that fallen mage.
Okay.
Oh, and Trent with Benkuhm. We already talked about this offline, but your item is called the Devil's Chain.
Yeah. Devil's Chain.
And you also attune to it, and it responds to you, both when you're in contact with it and when you're not. When you expend a charge, just let me know, because there is an effect. There's a couple. You can spend 1 charge, 2 charges, or 3 charges, or more. It starts with 8. You know these things as you're playing around with it, being like, care to give it a try, or you're just gonna wait for a bit?
I will find the right moment, as I am an experienced battle expert, and I will have to defend one of these. Mostly Johannes, weak fool. Specifically individual, not a group thing. You guys are cool. Benkuhm pulls Darmita, Seara, and Fenris aside and has a serious conversation and says, "So, what do you guys think about Johannes?" You see,
It is
in
now
his
2 in the morning.
hut right now. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made
Bleary-eyed.
s'mores during my break.
With your survival roll, they are burnt to shit. I mean, they're edible, but you like them. That's the way you like them.
Thank you.
Sorry.
What are you asking, Benkuhm?
Yeah, what was your question again?
Oh no, it was just a joke question. It was just,
I think it.
what do you guys think of Johannes? You good? Oh wait, this is a good time to talk about Johannes though.
Yeah, he's away.
Nope.
That guy's pretty weird.
I think he's quite fetching, honestly.
Well, that's about
Cutting
it
people
for me.
apart.
I'm gonna go to bed. It's late. Had enough s'mores.
I mean, to be fair, Benkuhm, not everybody can be us. So, we have with others.
Benkuhm is rolled over and he's quietly saying, "Boat, boat, boat. I'm in a bed."
Nice. All right, the night passes. Can I get?
Darmita,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Remember Sarah.
do you have a moment? I feel like we have never really spoken much since you've joined us.
Well,
That is my fault. I usually like to, become more acquainted with those that I am traveling with, and I feel like I have, missed out on what I would normally, and I apologize.
well, Benkuhm and I are here, to assist you. And
Before the two of you showed up, I feel like I was traveling surrounded by nothing but man-children, so it's a very good change of pace to have you.
well,
Quite refreshing.
appreciate the compliment. I feel like, for the most part, you all seem to know what you're doing, and you all hold your own, and you look out for one another, and that's what's needed to survive out here. But
I appreciate that.
I don't know what you mean by man children. They seem fine to me.
I suppose. Just,
That just goes straight over her head. Like, she's literal, and she doesn't understand this concept of man
cool.
child.
Yeah. Speaking of holding your own in a fight, back with that devil with the chain, you did something that I have never seen before. I've seen quite a bit of magic in my time, nothing quite like that. You know what I'm talking about?
No. You mean you've never seen a chain devil?
Well, that is also true, but you spotted wings of bone. It was quite a sight to behold. I would be curious to know more about it. Perhaps it's something you could even teach. It seems quite powerful.
And that was nothing. It just sometimes happens. I'd rather about that. Sorry.
I sure hope you have control over it if it's just something that sometimes happens. But I feel like you're not a threat to me at the moment, so I will let that slide.
I'm only a threat to an enemy.
Damn.
Pretty good.
Nice line.
Damn. I got chills.
What is your history with Benkuhm, by the way? You seem quite close.
He's a good guy. He's loyal. He has my back. I can trust him any day or any night. I don't worry when he's around. His back.
Well, I think that sort of trust is important. I would not be interfering with anything if I propositioned him, would I? I would not want to interfere with anything that you have going on.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I thought are you interested in him?
Well, sure, he is a strapping man.
Have at it. Him and I, it's like a brother.
I appreciate your blessing. Well, we'll see how it goes.
I'll just say good luck with that.
Honestly, the tension between him and Johannes, that would be something I'd like to get between. It's a shame I cannot speak with him. It would be completely inappropriate to dictate something like that without Levi here. I mean...
Who's this Levi?
Sorry.
A bat flies by, screeching. An owl flies by, screeching loudly.
Oh. Don't do that in game. She would probably literally look at you in awe and shock. But me, Bela, that just topped me. Sorry.
That was that was pretty awesome. All right. Anything else anyone would like to do this evening?
I mean, if there's normal, like, night watches stuff, like,
Yeah.
you do it, right?
Can
We're
I get
adventurers.
either two people to roll perception or one person with advantage if someone's going to help?
I'm not proficient in perception.
I am proficient, so I can help
Help
somebody.
someone.
I assume we're taking
I have a +5.
our own watches unless there's enough time. Like
You're probably taking your own watches because of the numbers.
that would be what I think. Unless we
you
could do
can kind of
3
help each
and then
other.
have,
Maybe sleep.
'cause-
You don't have to be totally asleep to get a rest. Like other people might hear something and be like, "What was that, Benkuhm?" So I'll let one person roll with advantage.
I have
Alright.
+5.
I will help Fenris.
All right.
Okay.
That's good.
Make it a roll.
Ooh. That's
you can
better.
just hit up on your keyboard and it will populate the previous thing you typed.
Ah,
Nice.
the more you know.
Yep.
Well,
We're learning roll 20 on the fly, folks.
yeah, a 20.
Nice, a dirty 20. All right. So the night passes. You all get a long rest. At one point, Fenris in particular hears the sound of some kind of creature moving far, far below in the darkness. Although, wait, it's Fenris. He can see crazy well.
Yeah.
This explains the dirty 20. You look down, and somewhere below that bridge on the map, if you look, it's a canyon with a kind of a natural
see.
crossing ford spot that's just been a little reinforced by someone ages ago. Something does move, but it's way down underneath that. You're up on the ridge where you are is probably a good 30 feet up above the plateau where you'd ride out or walk out onto the bridge, and then that below where that bridge drops off is probably another good 40 feet. So you're talking something a good 70, 80, maybe 90 feet away, and you can just make out a large kind of humanoid shape just moving in the darkness below you, just kind of moving slowly along. With a dirty 20, you can't quite make out exactly what it is, but it is far enough away and does not appear to be a threat. It keeps moving.
Okay.
After it doesn't seem to notice the camp at all. The fire is just embers at this point, casting next to no light. And the night passes uneventfully. Morning comes. You guys are probably only about unless anybody wants to do anything, you're probably only about an hour, maybe 2 from the succubus's temple.
I have to prepare a spell, and then I want to cast Detect Magic as a ritual. So you guys have that, however long that takes to talk if you want. Make breakfast.
Absolutely. Oh,
I want to.
I'm sorry, I almost forgot. In the night, the event, it passes uneventfully for most of you, except for Benkuhm and Umbra. The two of you, Benkuhm, you have a brief nightmare. It's very short, somewhat disturbing, but it passes relatively quickly and is gone. In fact, in the morning, you can barely remember what it was about. Umbra.
Mm-hmm.
It begins with the cry of a wolf. You half wake up
Okay.
and then realize it was just a dream. You settle yourself and go back to sleep. You dream, and you're in a forest. It's not like any forest you've seen before. This one is... Actually, it is like a forest you've seen once on your vision, on your journey, when you first came of age with your circle.
Right.
The forest is old, dead, petrified trees, almost stone-like, stretching on for miles and miles and miles. In the darkness, you hear a wolf cry. You can hear what it says. You understand it. It says, "Help us! Help us, brother! Help us, sister!" You run.
I will reply.
Oh, you
I
reply?
run. Never mind. I don't reply.
Oh,
I
sorry.
run.
No. You were running, but what do you want to do? You've stopped. You look down. You see that you have the pads of a wolf, a snout sticking out in front of you. What do you want to do?
I mean, I want to go towards the howling, right? I would help them if I could.
Absolutely. You run, tearing through the forest at almost a flash passing by you, and you get up onto a ridge, and you're looking out, trying to find the source of this call. And it echoes just beyond reach. You can see it out there, but you can't pinpoint where it is.
I howl.
And what do you say in your howl?
I'm howling at it's like a flare, right?
Yeah. No, I just
That's
mean...
like the point, I think.
Absolutely, but you can also convey messages through your howl. So what message would you like to convey?
It's like I'm here, where are you? But I'm just howling.
Yeah, that's fair. You're just like, where are you? And, this one, this time you hear another voice cry behind. Yeah, there you go. Nice. I expect 400% commitment. I want a howl that will make your neighbors call the police. No, I'm kidding. So, it does cry out again, seeming farther down and to the right. You scramble down the cliff
Same
face.
one?
It's the same one.
Oh, I thought you said something different. Okay.
It's a different location than you had expected. So you're kind of scrambling along. It sounded like it came from over that way, but now it's down and this way. You spend a while.
Reply, if I can convey, I'm coming. I don't know what voice I would use as a wolf. I'm coming.
I use my best woofy voice. So you pad down towards it, and you cry again. And this time it calls back again from the far left and further this time. It's very confusing in that kind of dream logic kind of way. And you spend most of your night trying to chase this thing.
Yeah.
And after a while, you end up going through brambles, and they're tearing at you, pulling at your arms and your legs, and your paws are torn. You end up passing. There's a hunter's trap at one point that snaps closed, trying to get you, and you end up just pulling your leg free. It scratches all up one leg. You awaken in the morning, exhausted.
Is the sun still in the sky? Or, I mean, is the moon still in the sky? Is it early enough for that?
It is not, actually. It's just about dawn. The moon has set.
Do I recall what... I mean, I probably would. This is the sort of thing that I imagine I would keep track of. Where in the moon cycle are we? And you don't have to, really tell me, but you can tell me if it's anything important, right?
No problem. You are currently in the waxing moon. Waxing gibbous.
But, deep into that, or is it still, Oh, wait, no, the other way around. Is it almost full? Or is it still, midland?
It's probably about 3-4 days until it's full.
Okay. Should write that down. Call you out on it later.
All right.
And I wake up exhausted, right?
And you wake up with a point of exhaustion. Not
Yeah,
having rested very well. Another interesting effect. As you're getting, dressed and sorted for the day, you kind of straighten out and you notice on your leg there are deep scratch marks down the side of your leg.
Am I taking damage?
It didn't actually cause damage, but it's kind of an effect.
But I can see the
You can see.
It's not probably not scar but I can see the superficial wounds. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see, and
It's
it's more
weird
like,
that there is not a spot for exhaustion on these sheets. Isn't that odd? Or is
Yeah.
there? And I don't see it.
it's just disadvantage on skill checks, I believe.
Yeah, one. I just want to make sure I remember how many I have. It's just odd that
Absolutely.
it's not a spot. I'll write it somewhere. It doesn't matter. But I'm just surprised that I can't tick a box that says disadvantage on skill checks.
That'd be great. Go for
Yeah,
that
oh
roll
well.
20. All right. Yeah, we've used it 2 days and we're already like, come on, guys. All right. Anybody
Oh, I know
else?
it's in here. Take a
All
look.
right. So now the evening has passed uneventfully. Benkuhm, you did save that very last time, so I think you are okay. You did have some bad dreams, and that's about it.
Yep. Nothing unnormal today.
All right.
So, as we're doing our morning, eating, getting kind of packed up,
Your breakfast gruel.
yeah, readying the, prisoners that should be dead to go.
Anybody want to feed them?
Nope.
I think I'm gonna prepare.
I don't think they need to feed
They're still mortal.
I will.
the Cambions.
Hmm?
Yeah, but they don't need to eat.
Yeah. I think it
No,
lasts
I
at
don't.
least a week.
I'm
Yeah, like a
Don't we have 2 hours to get there? Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
get this
Yeah.
on the road.
All right.
I want to get out of here with these Cambions in tow.
Benkuhm is eager to get press on. You guys.
Does the other guy have wings that are not broken?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Okay,
the magistrate, you've been just messing up.
I snapped the other guy's flying wings.
All right. Johannes had hogtied him to the tree that is kind of near the camp there.
I feel like you probably did this last night, right? Like you just weren't here for that session,
No,
right? Like,
well,
No, I'm doing it now because I'm specifically
Alright.
doing it
he
now.
braces it, and the Cambion's like, look, because he's gagged. As you grab his leathery wing and just snap it. You then do the other one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Johannes,
100%.
Johannes gives you an appreciative look as he leaves his little protective dome and
Great.
vanishes. And
can I also do one more thing?
the
Sorry.
yelling, even with the gag, the yelling is loud. It causes some birds to, startle some nearby branches in the canyon, echoing kind of off the rocks a little bit.
I would like to use my chain for the first time on this Cambion.
All right. So you step back and make your attack roll.
Assuming because it's prone, it's like, is it like a? Do I have to? Is it like a range? It's a reach attack.
It's a reach attack. So
It's a range attack. Okay.
It's a reach.
Oh, it's a reach.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
Okay.
a reach weapon. It's reach.
As long
So
as long as you're in 5 feet, it should be fine.
Well, actually, it's a reach weapon, sort of like a polearm. But
Right, but I believe
plus
prone
7.
actually declares that you must be within 5 feet. Doesn't
that's true.
matter what type of weapon you're using.
I totally would have abused that as a power gamer asshole, but I straight up I'm not gonna back up. I just want to whap this guy in the head real hard with the chain.
All right.
Just-
So make
just
your roll.
Hit him real hard. Okay. D20. Well. Look what we have here.
Oh, I missed that one. Which one? Oh,
You rolled a nat.
natural one.
Oh wait, my bad. I forgot to roll because I'm not prone.
Yeah,
Or he's prone.
he is prone. So
There you go.
yeah, that's
Okay.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, sure
So
did.
that's an 18, a dirty 18, as it were. So you stand back, and the chain, as soon as you will it, it's been wrapped tightly around your one arm, and as soon as you will it, the end towards your hand just drops to the ground in this long lash. You raise it up. Which one are you whipping, the magistrate or the new guy?
The new guy.
All right. Can you go ahead and roll 2d6 for me?
Oh yeah. Oh, I totally forgot. that.
Plus your damage modifier and +1.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Oh.
It's like a giant mole on a chain.
Oh, that was a double 1, so 6 damage total.
All right. Oh,
Probably for the
7 damage total
best.
because it's a +1 weapon.
Oh yeah, so I counted that. So 1, 1, 1 plus my strength is 3.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
6.
6 damage. He howls again. Another flock of ravens kind of scatter off in the sky from some of the trees down below, and this warm sensation floods you, pulsing up your arm and into your neck. Your tattoos begin to glow where they contact this chain that's wrapped tightly around the forearm and extending down as this long lash. The tattoos usually only flare when you're raging, but they just pulse a little bit up your arm as you're just like, I'm going to
Jeez.
get you to do another willpower check for me, please.
So I'm doing wisdom save?
Wisdom, yes. Sorry, Shadowrun.
Awesome. All right, so I got a +1. 6.
That's a fail. All right, just keep track of that.
So
One fail.
I got 1. Okay, cool. Chain pain. I'm gonna call it chain pain.
Chain pain.
Nice.
1.
Chain pain 1. All right, thank you.
Did Darmita try to do something?
Yeah, I would just be pulling Benkuhm aside to heed him a warning that Seara, whose name I cannot say the fullness of.
Thank you for specifying. I assumed you meant the other Sarah, because you
You.
know her better. Yeah, no, I got it now.
Umbra de Seara.
Umbra de Seara, yeah. She is interested in you, my friend.
The wolf.
Yeah, the wolf.
It is interesting because I very much respect wolves, but I do not engage with them in that manner.
Well, she herself is not a wolf.
What?
It's a spell. It's like a ability she has. You know,
That's...
when my
Whoa.
come out, I'm not really like it's an ability she has. She can shapeshift.
Darmita, if you could look at the standard actions I could take, you would be amazed at how little I know.
It's okay.
This
It is
everything
okay.
I ever wanted.
This is entirely okay. I am purposefully engaging myself in this way. Do you see me? I completely decimate people. I single-handedly took down one of the giants. I
And you're
am amazing.
Yes, you are. But I think all of that amazing has really caught her eye. So I'm just throwing that out there.
I'm assuming we're like 50 feet away from camp. I walk back
Yeah.
and I go, Wolf, I cannot. It is not in my blood.
Could you please keep it down? I am trying to commune with the shadows here.
I turn back to Darmita and I say, I think we've worked it out.
All right. So you guys have officially broken camp and you're heading your way down. Can I get everybody to do
No.
Oh,
no,
I'm sorry.
actually,
You're
no.
prepping
Unless
spells
people
and
don't wait for me.
communing.
I
No.
would like to prepare a spell. It
they're
only
getting
takes a
ready.
minute.
Yep.
It only takes a minute.
Yeah,
But
they're
then I would
busy
like to
lashing
cast
prisoners.
Detect Magic as a ritual.
Absolutely.
Because we got kind of a haul.
That's true.
And half of it's probably not magic, but we don't really know that yet.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We see me like meditating.
All right. So 10
like,
minutes
probably
pass.
little shadows
It's
like
all-
flickering around me.
Absolutely. They flicker like almost like little flame bursts, but instead it's just the
Yeah.
darkness of shadow.
Yeah.
And you manage
Like
to
I'm the
catch
flickering
two
flame that's
and
casting the
pull
shadows.
them
Yeah.
into your eyes, and then your eyes go. You can now see magical essences. What are you going to look at?
Nice. All right, Fenris, what did we find that day?
Well,
Yesterday.
the wizard had an arcane staff, a spell book, a spell scroll case, and the Cambion had a spear and 2 potions.
No.
All right.
Let's
so
go through them. We only have
you
so
go
much
through
time.
them all. The pearl. I don't know the exact
I don't care. It's fine.
school of magic, but essentially,
Yeah.
you don't gain anything you didn't already know about the pearl of power.
Yeah,
sure.
It is a deep resonance magic pool. It's good.
Yeah.
The spell book itself is not magical, but it does have runes and etchings in it that are vaguely give off
Sure.
a little bit. The scroll does actually glow slightly.
Right.
There's a slight glow coming from within the case. I believe it is conjuration school of magic inside the scroll case. If you want to open that up, the spear itself.
That's devil summoning.
The spear itself gives off a very low level evocation, but nothing too powerful.
The spear? The spear. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's magical. What about actually the whole? So I will
and the
take
two
out.
potions. One of
Yes.
them
Potions.
is, I think it's called, one of them is fairly strong evocation. I believe it's evocation. And the second one is, it is magical, and I forget the school. It would be transmutation. So one of them changes you, the other one either hurts, harms, heals. It's tough to say.
Okay. What about? I will take out the 2 Eye of Palor amulets with the 2 black jeweled eyes that belong to the Cambions.
All right, so those
I'm
are
not getting anything from these.
those ones. You actually do get a magical essence from them.
Nice.
Of, I think it would be.
Abjuration.
No, actually, it's not abjuration. It's it would be whatever the same is for sending.
Oh, I think that's. Does that count as divination? I don't
know
remember.
if it's
It's interesting.
divination
Wow,
or-
that's really cool.
or illusion, something like that. And then so both of them give off a very similar aura, and they actually almost look identical. There is a slight
Okay.
difference based on rank. The magistrates being slightly more ornate.
And I will actually take out the Holy Symbol of Pelor, feminine version.
Oh, you haven't shown that to anyone. So Fenris
No, I
brings
haven't.
that out for you to see. Umbra Seara,
Sending is invocation.
Oh,
It's not weird.
that is weird. So is healing, by the way.
Invocation's like, I don't know, magic. I don't
Yeah,
know.
put it in there. So you've seen healing
Yeah.
potions before. That is a healing potion of the 1-up kind, where you get 2d4 plus 4. I forget
Okay.
Nice.
what that's called. So that's a greater
I trust you writing
44
these
plus
down,
4?
Gordon.
2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 4 healing. The other
Okay.
one is some kind of transmutation. And you're not entirely certain
It's
what
probably
that's gonna
either
be.
gaseous form or dragon breath. Those are very common.
Okay.
And the two.
Is there anything weird floating in them? That always tells you what's up.
Yeah, in the gaseous form, it looks like this little swirl of a different kind of liquid, kind of like a little cloud captured.
So I think greater
The
healing
is a bunch
44
of
plus
used
4.
band-aids.
Greater
floating in
healing
the
is
liquid.
44.
Yeah, 44
Oh, is it 44?
plus 4. Yeah.
All right, there you go. 4d4 plus 4. That's a beefy one. That's all right.
Yeah.
The superior must be even higher.
Yeah, it's 8d4
Yes.
plus
Yeah.
8.
All right, 44 it is. And then the spear is a +1 spear. The scroll, you haven't cracked it open
Cool.
yet. Anyone who's
No.
trained in Arcana, try that. And
I will try it.
okay. You
Explodes.
go ahead and roll Arcana.
Now,
Okay.
when explode is conjuring. If someone's a snake and it bites you.
I call
What is that? I can't remember the name of that one. Almost on 5th, is it? Can't remember what the name of that spell was back in the day, though.
I rolled a nat 1 on that one, so I have no idea.
All right.
Nice.
Just
5.
you're just taking Umbra de Seara at her word that it's magical. You're like, this is a map. You pop open the lid. Roll a wisdom save.
Okay. 12.
All right, so that's a fail. All of a sudden, everything happens at once for Fenris.
Whoa.
A twig snaps behind you. They've found you. They're onto you. Everything you've been trying to do to take. You've stopped running and decided to start facing your enemies. I'm trying to find your screen. Just a sec. There you are. You're trying to face your enemies, and it's not working. They know you. They know who you are. They know exactly where to find you, and they're going to find you, and they're going to kill you, and they're going to kill you slow and painful, like they did your mother and your father, but in front of everyone you care about. You are considered frightened for the next 15 minutes.
Ooh, okay.
Fenris, is there anything that we're forgetting to check?
You can't trust anyone. You're frightened of every humanoid that you see for 15 minutes.
So you run away from us for 15 minutes?
Are there any savings, or is it just for 15 minutes?
You already. I rolled the
That was the
duration.
save?
That was the
Duration. Okay.
DC,
Cool.
DC 14.
What happens to the scroll? Does he drop it or does he have it?
He drops it actually. Most fear effects, you drop what you're carrying, and where do you want to go?
I am probably
Towards
going
town or away from town?
Oh,
Where's
away.
Succubus? She's not a human.
That's true. So you go
Good.
sprinting down the hill. I'm going to ask you to do an athletics check.
Hey, what?
The
Everyone,
scroll
Fenris just took off.
falls to the ground at his feet. The case itself actually was the
Ooh.
trapped thing. Oh, damn. Okay, so you run.
I'm gonna spend a luck point on that though.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, you're going over the cliff with that.
19.
Hey, that's a little nice. All right, so you managed to almost you catch your foot near the top of the cliff where there's a little path leading down. If you do a hard left, you catch your foot and almost end ass over tea kettle down the cliff face. You manage to just catch a stone on the way, swinging yourself back on this little scrambly path. You make your way down the first cliff face and start running out towards that bridge. Go ahead and move another 6. There you go. That's about 3, 4, 5. One more.
There
you go. So, so you are fleeing.
Everyone, I think it is time to go. Fenris has decided.
The scroll case is open, and there's this little lip around the edge. You're still maintaining your detect magic, and you're like, oh crap. Yeah, that was a curse on the scroll case itself. There is a piece of paper that kind of flops out a little bit. It is also glowing.
So was the curse conjuration?
No, it was not actually. It was abjuration.
It
Sorry,
was hidden
it
from
was
the
hidden. Yeah,
something.
it was well.
Anyway, cool. I mean, I'll take the scroll, but I guess.
You fish it out. Do you want to take
I mean, he dropped the scroll case, so it's not like I'm going to be forced to hold it forever if I pick it up like a weapon or something.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll take it. That might be useful. I can
Gonna
curse
grab
somebody.
the scroll case.
Yeah, maybe I'll leave it open.
Okay.
And I'll close it and give it to someone if I need to.
If it
Go
resets,
curse
that'd be kind of
them.
fun. Scroll case of terror.
Yeah, that's right.
New magical item. I'm inventing the left, right, and center. All right. So by the time that happens, Gord,
Everyone to the horses.
go ahead and move another 6 out onto that bridge. Everybody else starts gathering. They'd already got everything. You can start making your way down. Everybody
Hey,
is,
Horses. We can keep up.
yeah. So it takes you guys a little bit of time to get down the sloped way, which is down further towards the south here.
Yeah.
As you wrap around this, by that time, Gord, I'm going to ask you to do. Well, hold on one sec.
I don't know how to get on the map.
Oh, you drag yourself based on your name, not your picture, from the journal.
Based on my name?
So, like, when you would click to open up your character sheet, you would click and drag the name section. If you click and drag on the picture, it won't work.
Oh,
I just
do
say
have
that because
to-
I do that mistake all the time. That's
Do I have to load my character sheet onto like the bot or something like that?
You should be given like at least a dummy character sheet
So,
to
Gord,
your token.
everything is terrifying you right now. Fenris,
Right.
as you're fleeing across this
I thought it was
bridge.
just humans.
Well, okay, lots. He's still very, very afraid of any humanoid. At which point he gets to about the midpoint of the bridge, and even the tree itself seems to be like shaking and like in that kind of horror movie. It's coming at me. And you duck underneath that, and then something catches your foot, and you fall prone right where you are there.
Okay.
You look down and see a large, meaty hand holding your leg, and you are in absolute terror.
Okay.
It is your turn. While they're still, you get a little bit of time while they're clippity-cloppitying down on the horses, trying to follow their friend. They're not casual, but you know.
Okay.
I don't think. Are you guys casual? Just like, haha.
I mean, we can catch up. So, like, I'm not super
Yeah,
concerned he's gonna
I'm
get away.
gonna cast Misty Step.
All right. Where do you want to go?
Well, I'm probably gonna go.
You can go 30 feet, I believe. So you can get all the way to the far side if you want, or back
There you go.
towards Darmita. All right.
I'd probably go the far side.
You misty step out of the clutches of whatever it was that had held your hand. You glance back and you see 3 shadows of humans. Your vision distorts. It's almost like suddenly you've fallen into the shadowfell, and the normal world has peeled back, and all you're seeing is the malice and discontent of the world. You also see at the far end of the... Sorry, you see 2 shadowy figures near the bridge, one up on the tree, the other one down below. And you also see a shadowy figure of a woman marching towards you. She means you ill. You are sure of it. That's you, Darmita.
That's me?
Yeah. Oh, and she's
Yeah,
on
I
a
figured.
horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you went yourself. We're on horses.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you guys are... I'm on a horse. And we need Benkuhm out here.
I have no idea how to get on there.
It's fine. Do you want me to pull in a dummy?
I just put you on the far side. Here, I'll get you.
Here, are you gonna be the other?
No, it's okay. We've got one for him. There we go.
Okay, you got it. Good.
So,
Yeah, nice.
you
Thank
guys are
you.
riding
I guess
relatively
like probably
quick.
me and Johannes are on the same horse, probably because we only have 3, and we're both pretty light.
Unless you want to get on with
I would guess.
with the big guy, but that might hurt the horse.
Yeah, exactly.
How are
Yeah.
we dealing with these 2 devils that we have?
What devils?
Oh, you know what? They'd be strapped to a
them.
horse.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Cambrian.
right.
That's
yes,
what
of
I'm
course.
most worried about right now, even though I'm not speaking like Benkuhm.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know how much these horses can carry. I mean, they're technically, I think, stronger. It depends on what type of horse they are, but like generally speaking, they'd be stronger than I was when I was carrying
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
4 people on my back.
You
as a
could
wolf,
probably
so,
strap
like
to-
whatever.
Well, the magistrate is big, but you could probably
Yeah.
strap both of them to one horse, and 2 of you would have to double up. This little shadowy one that's hard to see, that is Johannes. He'll be walking and leading the Cambian horse, and so he's pretty far behind because he's walking and can't go quite as fast. Also, it
You know,
deals
I-
with keeping him out of any situations. Haha.
Sure, why not?
That's
I do have a portrait. I do have a token for him too. You know.
oh, you do. I didn't have that loaded, so
Yeah, because there's no sheet. But you know,
we'll worry about that
it
later.
exists.
So, in the meantime,
Oh yeah, doesn't matter.
So, Gord, you have spent your bonus action. You look back and see one shadowy figure, part of the tree, took a swing at you, and the other down at the ground had grabbed your leg. Their allies are pursuing you as well.
Yeah, I'm probably still fleeing.
Okay, so you have done your bonus and your move, so you can burn an action to do a dash. So yeah, that
Yeah,
gets you
that's
to
basically
about
what I
there.
did.
So
Yeah.
you are fleeing. The rest of you see him just booking. Do a perception check, please. Actually, sorry, I should have said that first. Haha. Dungeons and Dragons requires you to roll for things.
I assume me or them?
Them. Can everybody do a perception check for me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you did not
And
say
yes,
that.
Bela,
Yeah.
you do have advantage being your favored train. All right.
Oh,
I love like all the favored turn advantage stuff, but we're aware that that's not how the move works as written, right? Like you get your double your proficiency bonus.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm okay with both.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
awesome. But like,
Yeah.
don't forget to double your proficiency bonus if you have one.
Yeah. Okay,
It
so
gives you expertise. It's awesome.
Benkuhm, you see them as you're riding. And actually, Darmita, with that 19, you also see them. Let me just get to the right layer.
can I kick my horse into high gear and run the 60 feet on the horse and then try to chain grapple, try to hit the chain on Fenris?
There's something else before Fenris that catches your eye.
Oh, okay.
I do agree that Darcy's correct on that. I don't believe I get advantage? I think I only get advantage on survival.
Well,
Right.
the thing about advantage is that anything that would give you a narrative advantage, the GM can give you advantage, right? So I'm totally cool with it. It sounds great. Just, you know.
Well, let's just leave it for
Anyway,
now and then
what are these, troll
moving
things?
forward. Absolutely. Although, actually, with a 16,
Oh yeah, bridge. Cool. Okay.
with a 16, Darcy, you can see this one. Its arm reaching up over the lip of the bridge. It had reached up to
Nice.
try and grab Gord. It did successfully get his foot, and then he turned into shadow and appeared on the far side of the bridge. You, however, do not see the one up in the tree there, Darcy. Everyone else, you see
Great.
both of them. What do you want to do?
I want to ride I'm assuming I'm bunked up with somebody, but I want to ride my horse
I
past
want to
that
ride my horse and
horse.
sorry.
I want to ride my horse or whatever I'm riding. I want to ride the horse past this green guy
Okay.
and shove him as an action. So kick him off the bridge. It looks like a
Nice.
bridge. Do I have that right?
Nice.
It is a bridge with a good 40-foot drop below.
Okay.
That's awesome.
All
I'm
right,
into
so
that.
go ahead. You ride your horse. You get the movement, no problem. Make your is it attack or athletics? I think it's
I think it's an attack.
it's an attack with the
I
intent
believe
to shove.
it's the same as grapple. It's contested
Athletics
athletics.
check.
Oh, is it?
Athletics check?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll trust Darcy on that one.
They can of course choose to use acrobatics to be like, nope, you didn't push me.
Yeah, the troll is not
but-
going to do that.
I figured.
Oh, woof.
Yeah.
You beat.
Luckily, he has a plus 11 to that. So, oh wait, you have
I just
disadvantage. Never mind.
Boot him in
But
the
no, it's
side
fine.
of the hip,
That's your.
causing him to like crush into his like knee, and then just have him fall off the
5 feet. He does
bridge.
have an option here. He's going to fall prone rather than go over the edge. So he dangles over just the claw. Just hanging on.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. I'm into it.
All right. At the meantime, you're passing within. I know it looks up high, but this guy is actually a little bit closer. He's kind of in the tree above, dangling over, so you are within his reach. So he's going to
Oh,
take a
that's-
swing
okay.
at you. I know it looks kind of. I put it up there because on the map it makes it look like he's in the tree. If I put him, here, it doesn't.
Right, the tree would literally be like, right, it goes straight up. It's just
It's
the
up and over that.
perspective. Yeah.
It's like perfect ambush territory. I don't know why you guys go
Question is,
in
how
there.
high up is that tree? That's the real question.
It's about 10 feet up, and trolls, I believe, have reach.
Right.
I'm just looking one up
might.
right now.
Sounds reasonable. They're large.
The
Why
end of
would
my
I?
turn, I would shout to Darmita, Pepper, Pepper this one on the side. In a deep grub voice.
Nice. All right, so it does get us an opportunity attack on you if you keep moving. You did see. Wait, did you see both of them?
If I am level,
did see
do I
both
get
of
to
them.
do like 2 attacks? Do you do it like just only physical attacks? Because
no,
shove is its own action, I think.
Shove is his own attack.
Shove is an attack.
Shove's
It
an
counts as
attack.
one
You
of your
get-
2 attacks.
You get another attack if you
Yep.
want it.
Okay, cool. Then I'll try to chain hit this guy if you let me.
All right, for sure. Yep. So you get in there,
Yeah.
you see it's threatening you, dangling down low, and you just.
Rip.
I probably wouldn't even have to get that low considering you're on a horse and like 8 feet tall.
That's true. It's
So-
kind of just above
I got
eye
a-
level.
I got a 10. So
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Oh, fuck! I could have reckless. Sorry for swearing.
That's all right. Don't fucking swear on this here thing, yeah.
Fuck.
All right.
All right. We did not do initiative, so we're considering. Let's. Okay, let's just go around the table, real fast. Once
So
around
I
the
like to
table.
do initiative.
So that was Benkuhm. Fenris already went. Bela, you're next.
All right. I'm going to Hunter's Mark. I'll just ping
You
him.
see both of them. Yep. Okay.
I'm assuming that is who Benkuhm was pointing to. Is he still near the bridge, or did he fall down?
He's dangling off the side of the bridge.
Does that count as prone? Because I feel like it shouldn't, but I don't know.
In this case, I don't think so, because he'd be all stretched out, and from her perspective, it's
I agree.
actually kind of a nice target.
Unmoving target.
Yeah. So
So-
here is a nice, lovely target for you right now.
And
Great.
we'll take a couple of shots here.
Sure, make your roll. I just marked them in green, so it shows your hunter's mark.
Right. So I'll take my
He
first.
does, because of the edge of the bridge and the angle, he does have a little bit of extra cover, so his AC goes up slightly.
Okay.
Unless
So
you
my
have
first-
sniper.
Two shots are
Nice.
ignore the second one because I don't have advantage.
That's still a hit. No matter how you slice it.
A 19 and a 23. And I might as well just go ahead and roll my Gloomstalker.
Both of them hit.
Ooh.
And she's just like,
Oh, crit!
wow.
Oh shit!
why I
That's
whistled.
like
That was weird.
super crit.
Yeah, it's huge.
So just lines them up. Three arrows streak so fast and close together they almost look like just one extended arrow. It's just like 1, 2, 3, all in a very quick succession. The last one, literally Robin Hood style, splitting the one that was already in there, making it a wider, uglier wound.
Oh god.
And then for my
Hold on, mathing. So
That's crazy.
15,
For
31,
3d4, 44. Wow.
36, 40, 43 damage.
and I get the additional D8
All right,
Andretta.
roll it on.
the Gloomstalker. I
So
mean,
you crit, so it's 2d8.
yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did I am assuming when I clicked on the damage for the longbow on the crit, it's the automatic crit.
It looks like it did double. I think we can hover over that if you want to and check, but
Nice.
yeah.
It's supposed to, but I don't know.
Yeah. It looks
Eh,
well, it
But
actually didn't.
so should I?
Oh, it's the 12 plus the 4. It rolls them separately because it doesn't know if you have disadvantage
Oh,
or
okay.
advantage.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
That's why.
Darcy.
So yeah, that is
Yeah, I forgot
included.
that's how it works.
So 43,
Yeah.
but you did get that extra D8, so go ahead.
So my 2d8 is another 9.
Another 9.
What?
52 damage.
What?
Mhm.
Normally, this isn't part of the rules or anything, but it just got hit so hard, you literally just like right in this kind of area on the side, at which point you hear a sucking sound, and then it stretches, and the flesh is elongating as you've separated the bone, and then it's all torn up and ripping, and just slowly you see the sinew start to give and skin give away as the arm of the troll stretches and tears off the body of the troll, falling down, the arm still clutching onto the bridge. And that, ladies and gentlemen,
Nice.
is how trolls reproduce.
Take that fall damage.
Oh yeah, well,
That's true, actually. We should probably pick that up.
Oh,
Burn it.
my fall damage is ugly. So 2d6 per 10. So I'm just gonna. You guys can go ahead and add these up. 8,
15,
15.
25,
Wow.
And the last one was
28.
28 more. Wow. All right. Oh, that is rough. He's just at the bottom.
70
Doesn't
something
appear to be
damage.
moving. 80 damage in total. All right.
Whoa.
I'm assuming with my hunters, I'm aware of when something dies.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming I know it's dead.
Everyone looks over at
It's
you and
not
is like,
dead.
yeah. And you're like, it's not dead.
You're like, it's a troll, dummies. They don't die to normal damage. And we're like, really?
You actually
Wow.
get this tingling
Never
feeling
heard
like,
of that
my
before.
prey is still alive. You also get a little tingle of somewhere over here, just a little bit of like a very weak signal of my prey still up near the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next up in the order, it's Umbra to Seara.
Great. So my initial thought was, let's just go past these guys. Why are we wasting our time? And then I remembered you declared that Johannes is not on a horse.
No, he's not.
Is that,
He's
is that,
leading
is that,
the
is that, the, is that the
magistrates.
case?
Yes.
Well, I need to go get him. Can I, like, overburden my horse and pull him on with, like,
With you,
whoever needs to be?
it would probably be okay. You're both wearing light armor.
Right.
So
Okay.
a horse could carry the two of you, and then it could ride with the other one. So yeah, you could circle back and go and get him. He's kind of running along. He's a little further back than what shows on the map. He's probably about 25, 30 feet back.
Sure.
So you could ride back, get
Okay.
him on, and ride back to where you started if you like.
And are all the Cambians accounted for? We're fine?
Yep, they're still they're tied
Okay.
on either side, face down on the back of the horse.
Great. Let me just
Because
recall how to do this.
Johannes
Right-clicking?
is a
It's right-clicking.
jerk.
Okay.
In all
So
the
it would
right
take
ways.
40 feet to get to them, but I probably wouldn't actually get to them. Like, let me try that again. Okay.
A horse's speed, I think, is
Go
60
next
feet.
to them. It's 60 if they're riding horses, yeah. So I can get back like that. Watch for it. Ba-doop.
Nice. Yeah,
So I do that, and then I will, if I can, I don't know what the distance exactly is, but I'd love to see if I can toss a bonfire down where the corpse of the troll is. I don't know if I have the range for that because
from where you are
I don't know if
currently standing,
fall
you would
is.
have a very hard time seeing it. Because, well, actually, do a perception check.
it's not a tree. Does it not go up? Okay, I'll make it.
Oh, the one up in the tree you could
I'm
definitely
okay with
see,
that.
but the one down below.
No, I don't mean that. I mean there's a tree next to me here. Oh, you're saying the angle of the bridge and
The
stuff.
angle of the bridge.
That's
you
fair.
you do need to do a perception
You
check.
said
for
I
it.
didn't see the one in the tree.
Right.
Okay. That is a modified 20. So that should be enough, I would imagine. But I do need to double check what I don't remember what the range of crit bonfire is.
I'm going to guess it's 60 feet.
Probably 60 feet. Yeah, but he said that he fell like 30 feet, so it's a decent chance that he's outside of
About
range.
40 feet.
Oh, dang, okay. Crit bonfire. Range is 60 feet. Yeah, it's 60-foot range.
So from there,
All right.
you know what the hell, it's fun.
I mean, actually, I should be moving further now that I'm remembering, because what happened to my... What the heck? There we are. So the horse uses its bonus action to dash, and then I get close enough. That's how horses work.
Yep.
Horses get a free... They can only... not a bonus action. They have an action, and they can only use it to dash or disengage while they have a rider.
Yeah. You are welcome to
Where
move.
is movement? All right. So if I did another 60, I would go past them, and I don't know if I can. I think that I'd provoke an AO, wouldn't I?
Yes,
it could only attack the horse, not me, but it would still provoke an AO.
It would.
So I don't want to do that.
But you
Okay.
can get
So
out,
I'll get
out
as
on the
like
bridge.
wherever I need to.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll get like to here or something. And then I'll shoot down the Cray bonfire. Do you care what the damage and stuff is? Like, he's a dead body in the thing that can't make a save, and that means they're taking damage at the beginning of their turn as fire, and they die, right? Like,
He's not actually.
Doesn't matter how much damage.
He's not actually dead.
I mean, okay. I assumed he wasn't dead because he's a troll, not.
No, he
not
didn't
because,
actually take enough damage to officially
Okay, cool.
die.
Great. I mean, I do auto hit with the ability though, right? Because
Yeah.
you know,
And
he can't make a save.
Yeah, he's prone. So yeah, he takes the damage. How much damage is it?
It is an amount that I'm about to look up because I closed the spell for some reason. I think it's a D8, but it might be D6. It's probably D6 actually, because it's sort of like an interesting like ongoing effect, so it's kind of affordable. It is D8 actually, but I guess I get 2 because cantrips.
Yeah, absolutely. And you are leading.
I did not program in my.
You're leading the other horse with the too close. You're leading the other horse with the 2 cambions attached, and Johannes is on the back with you. So just for the sake of, leaving things visible,
Let's be official about this. Any creature in the bonfire space, when you cast it, must succeed in the dexterity saving throw. And they also make someone when they move into it for the first time on a turn or end their turn there.
He failed.
So if they get out before the turn ends, they don't. Oh, okay, sure, yeah, right. They yeah.
He most
Great.
definitely failed.
I keep thinking that they're unconscious, but they're not.
Nope, he does get the
Great.
save, but he failed miserably. All right, so he takes how much damage? 7?
Yeah, it's 7, 6 and
Okay. Darmita. It's dead now. Except there is still
It's
an
not.
ever so slight ping.
Yeah.
All right.
Also
So
not
that
that
is your
technically.
move, Darcy. Nice job. Okay.
Great. Provide that elemental damage to make sure trolls don't get back up.
Okay, but
Good for
say,
something finally.
but say that
Huzzah.
in character.
Let us go. Why are we wasting time with these? Rush by. Our horses are faster than them.
You look down, there's a bonfire burning deep down in the gorge. All right, next up is Fenris again. Oh, sorry. Gotta keep this consistent. Yeah, we're back to Fenris.
Yep.
Well, I think I'm just dashing, right? So
Sure.
Yeah. Sorry about this. Yeah.
yeah, it's like I'm not in this
This
fight.
is why we should just run. Let's not waste an hour
Yeah.
on a fight which Fenris can't participate in.
Yep. Absolutely. So he's booking. All right. Next down the table, Benkuhm.
I'm gonna keep dashing.
You will provoke opportunity attack from the troll just in front of you.
Well,
That
the
one's
horse
not-
could disengage as its action.
Yeah, you could try to back around it if you want to do an animal handling check and then try to bypass it.
Oh yeah, I don't care about this guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna run ahead as far as I possibly can. I don't know how that stacks with
Are
the
you
horse.
even going to bother trying to disengage or not?
Can I disengage in the horse dash?
No, because
it's
your
one or the
movement
other.
is
It's
Yeah,
still
yeah. I
6
don't. I don't.
feet.
I'll take the attack. I don't mind.
Alright.
I'll move and dash to get to.
the thing is it can't attack you. You don't provoke an opportunity attack. The horse does. That's why the mounted combat feat gets that ability. It's specifically so they can
It could
redirect attacks.
It could kill you. Well, I would say it would allow an attack on either one. That's a DM ruling. Like if a horse goes
Sure.
by, you get a swing at the horse, but if it's carrying a human, it can also hit the person on the back of the horse. I think to me that makes sense. I know
Sure.
rules is
It's
written.
forced movement, but yeah.
Yeah, rules.
okay.
It's not really because you're willing it to move. So anyway, it does get a slap at you. Whoa. Okay.
Well, I mean, if you are making that ruling, then can he disengage? As his
Yeah, you
action.
could. You could spend your action to disengage, and the horse could still move 60.
I will take the opportunity attack, but is it attack? So now that I'm sitting on it, it will attack the horse, is what you're telling me, correct?
It's going to attack you, actually. You're up high. It might take
okay.
one swing at the horse head and the others at you. You're taller than the horse, so it just makes sense to me that if it was on the ground, sure. But because it's up high,
Yeah, no.
it's going to be swinging at you.
I'm more worried about the horse than I'm worried about me, so I'm just going to
Well, the way I'm
go.
rolling, you don't need to worry about either of you. That's a 3.
Oh,
plus,
cool.
Wait, hold on. Maybe there might be something here. Does a 10 hit your AC?
No.
What about a 17?
17 hits my AC.
All right. And what about another 7 a 15?
15 does not hit my AC.
All right. So just the bite. So it takes a swing, and a swing you duck under those and pop up, kind of like, "Argh," just as its mouth, the lower jaw just extends further than it really has any right to, as it's just like,
Ew.
and comes right at your face, and gets a little nasty bite on you. Nothing too damaging. You take 7 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Yep. Just a little scar to remember this by. All right. And now you can move the full 60.
Great.
Well, if he didn't disengage, does that mean he gets to dash?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Actually, you can take a dash action to go another 60 from where this is, if you like.
Yeah, I want to see if I can pass Mr. Fenris, but
Corner him, scare him back towards us. It's like
2,
corralling sheep.
4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, this is as far as you can get. So you
That's
can
fine
go
with me.
even with him.
yeah, if I can get even, could I get like here? Or wait, how do I ping? Sorry.
Just hold it down. Or you can move your icon.
Ooh.
Oh, I believe to click and hold, you have to be using the like normal cursor. That's why it didn't work. But yeah, using the measurement tool is a great way of showing what you're looking at.
You were here, so the closest you can get is 1 back from that. So you're just outside of melee. You're right about there. So yeah, you can be
Horses
there.
are large,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
Fine with me.
I didn't draw the horsey on here, but except for the one that's
right. No, I'm
filling
just
that
saying. Right,
distance.
you are filling that space. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which
So
is
you
sometimes
are
relevant.
just beyond 5 feet away from him. Like he's in the next square over, because the world is mapped in a grid. All right, moving on. Next up is Darmita.
Okay. So I've seen.
The troll is hissing at you guys. It is out of opportunity attacks, though.
Yeah. I've seen
I didn't even
Ben
think of that.
past it. So I'm going to. I still feel that pinging over here, right?
Yeah.
Do I believe that because that hand is still there, that is still a life force holding on to my hunter's mark?
Just a little bit. Yes, if you left it long enough, it could, in
Well,
theory.
is it?
It's not a threat, but
Does the hunter's mark consider it the same target? Like,
yes. In
so
this
she
case.
can't change the target of her hunter's mark.
Sure.
Not without killing the hand.
Interesting. Cool ruling. But yeah,
So
he was not joking when he said that's how they reproduce. It's gonna grow a whole body. Kick it into the fire.
Yeah, it is directly above a fire, if you felt so inclined. You are up on a horse, though.
So
You
I'm
get the horse to kick it in. Come on.
yeah, I'm gonna attempt that.
The horse or you?
I'm basically gonna see if I can get the horse, because it's the way I envision it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it holding on? You know, the ledge is here, and it's holding on like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try to get the horse to just walk up toward it and step on it.
Sure. Animal handling check, please.
Sounds right to me. Unless you have vehicles land.
Good luck with that. We'll see. Okay. 15.
15?
I would guess that would be enough.
I believe that is enough, actually. Yeah, that's a hit. So, it crunches down on it, and the hand it can't make a sound, but the other one is making
Right.
plenty of sounds. So it's and it just lets go and falls, clutching upwards towards you as it dangles down. And I'm just gonna roll a real quick.
That's a good like camera angle shot.
Yeah.
Of falling into like a fire. Yeah, that's good.
And
Yeah, that.
into the fire. All right, that's your turn. You have a little bit of movement left on your horse, I'm sure.
Well, the horse hasn't taken an action. Well, actually, I don't know how you want to rule that, right? You used your action to animal handle. Did the horse use its action to kick or not?
Yes,
Is that
it
just
did.
like super?
It
like,
did.
happened
You
with
can
it?
just go
Oh.
another 5, 10, 15, 20. You can go another 40.
Okay, that's probably enough. Like,
So you can be like over here or something.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's good.
Somewhere around there. All right, up next,
I should probably
Umbra
calculate
de Seara.
how long this will take. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Yes, let's measure this out. If I go running, I don't know how much I can actually stay on the edge here. I'm probably not actually on the edge.
Also,
But,
that troll is
35
too
is
busy.
there.
It's lost its balance, the troll that's hanging from the tree. I have a tree background. This is
Uh-huh.
perfect. So it's hanging from the tree, kind of like... Oh, other way, sorry. And it's a little bit off balance from taking all those swipes at Benkuhm as you rode by, so you don't feel that it's threatening you.
No, I'm just going to, what's the word?
Book it.
Hiya, my horse. I don't know. I don't know my writing terms. And I'm just gonna get it to dash. Good girl. Let's go. And actually, I should have measured that. I would have been smart. All right, let's do this. Something along the lines of here, and I'll make a nice long turn because I'm, that's the first 60. And then I have another 120. So why not move? Why not move?
Oh, what happened to my table? My table. Did
know.
I just close roll 60?
I don't want to get too far ahead of people because I'm
Roll
going to feel
20.
bad about it. So I'm going to do that.
I gotta
Well,
reopen
looks like it,
roll
yeah.
20. Actually, this is probably a good time. So you ride on past, no problem. Can't provoke opportunities, and you chase down Fenris. What do you want to say to calm him down from his terrified state? About 15 minutes later.
What?
You guys have no trouble bypassing the trolls, and there's nothing else that's gonna hold you back. Sorry, did I miss something along the way?
Oh,
I was accidentally closing roll 20.
I mean, you said that like presumably he's going to keep running for 15 minutes. Like, am I able to try and give him another save? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, but you're able to keep pace with him as you go, and unless he does something really creative, you guys won't lose him. So I just was going to say for RP flavor.
Sure,
what are you gonna
we're
do to
cutting
calm
scene.
him?
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
we're cutting
Yeah.
scene. You're cutting scene to when he's finally about to calm down. What do you say to Fenris?
I think that we just like keep at it, right? Like, I don't think that we're the ones calming him down. Just like let him tire himself out. He'll be fine.
Yeah, we are.
Looks like he's heading to the succubus.
Benkuhm
fine.
goes over to Fenris as he ends his tears, and he grabs him by like the neck, not by the neck and like throat, but like by his coat or shirt or whatever.
By his mithril shirt.
His mithril shirt, and he just like picks him up and raises him to his feet, and he looks at Fenris and he says, "Fear is not a lack of anything. If anything, it shows you that you have something to lose. Remember that, Golden Eyes, Nintendo 64."
Hold on. Am I still under the fear effect, or am I like
it's
recovered?
just ending as he says this to you, as this giant man. In your mind, he's about to eat you. He's 20 times his size, and he's pulling you into his mouth. And then your golden eyes open again in truth, and he is no longer a threat.
Come, let us
Oh,
go. You have wasted enough time.
that was a magical trap. And I just shrug off.
Sure it was, says Johannes.
Yeah, you guys know that it was a trap.
So,
That scroll is trapped.
I can't read.
It was actually the scroll case that was trapped. It's semantics. Although I didn't look at what the scroll actually contained yet.
All right.
Well, be my guest and check it out.
Yeah, so you can check that out as...
It's also trapped! And the screen
loading
goes black.
screen.
Ooh.
So you guys approach the clifftop ruined temple of the succubus.
You sure? Still don't see anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just black for me. I don't know. I do assume you moved us, though, because otherwise it would still be the previous scene. Anyway, that's fine. I can mind's eye everything.
Sure.
What was the scroll, by the way?
The scroll is
Do I know?
a scroll of plane shifting.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
But actually, go ahead and... Sorry. Go ahead and
It is a druid spell.
do an Arcana check
Is it?
if you have it.
I will do Arcana. It is one thing I'm actually decent at. I mean, not amazing at, but like, you know.
Decent.
I mean, I'll take
I got a
it.
12.
I'll try also knowing that it's not trapped if he's... we got the same.
Yeah.
All right, so the scroll is not trapped. It is... Actually, you do have advantage because Gord is helping you.
Both got 12.
Cool.
Oh, you both got 12. You just...
Yeah.
Honestly, it seems to be plane shifting. It's pretty cool
Okay.
that way.
All right. Great.
All right.
We'll need to keep this out of anyone dangerous' hands.
That's fine. I'm holding on to the other items.
Yeah, I'll write that one down. I'll actually keep the scroll on me.
Is that a cool spear? Was there a spear or like a
Yeah,
There
weapon?
was a cool
there's
spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a +1 spear.
Is it for somebody?
No one
nobody-
specifically.
No one specific. If you want it, you can try to
Do you want it?
I would like a spear. I think that's cool.
Okay. Yeah,
sounds
I'll
great.
give it to you.
I appreciate that.
It's probably just straight up worse than your maul because your maul's already magic. But yeah, keep it.
Yeah.
Be one of those like guys who walks around and is like,
ranged weapons is dope. So.
Benkuhm is collecting all the magic items for the entire party. I just want to point
Well,
that out.
No, if you guys want them, I'll give them back. He's not much of a
No.
material.
this is like classic D&D where it's like, okay, need to switch to my piercing weapon because
Yeah.
this thing's immune to bludgeoning. Yeah.
It's good. I've got the potions, the spell book, and the pearl of power. So I mean, it's fair to divvy things up a bit.
And
I
I
have a scroll.
don't require it. It's not something that I would use, and it's more appropriate for Benkuhm. So
Yeah.
Gives me like a javelin, pretty much.
yeah,
So it's a plus
That's-
one speed.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys arrive at the temple on the roof, on the clifftop temple. I would like everyone to position their characters back here if you can see where I'm doing that.
I see the ping, but it's still black for me. I'm going to refresh my screen. Sometimes that
Yeah,
happens.
go for it.
Yeah, same.
That's annoying. Oh, you know why? Because you haven't placed your characters yet. Dynamic.
Oh,
dynamic lighting.
do you have dynamic lighting set up?
Well,
Please place my character.
All right, I will place your characters. I believe I can do that.
Is he saying if I drag my profile picture?
The name, not the picture. Oh, well, I mean, if you actually open up the bio, you could do it from there, but that also works. I don't think that's what you meant, though, but I could be mistaken.
I believe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drag myself in.
Can you see anything now?
no,
I did find it myself. Wow. I'm filling most of the screen. That's weird. I'm going to delete that. Boop.
Weird.
Um,
I just see a
I've
black
never-
screen.
I've
Yeah, I
never
just see black.
run dynamic lighting before, so.
I mean, I recommend against it. If there's something you want to hide, just switch it to the GM layer.
No, that's okay. Is it working now?
I can see the lines you're drawing, but not really.
No, the map is all black.
Yeah, the map's black.
Oh, weird. Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
Unless you like actually lay down some fog of war, because that's a thing too.
Oh,
You
maybe
only
I
lay
did
down
that.
big blocks of it.
Maybe I did that by accident. How do I turn that off?
Possible. Again, I don't think it's super important.
Think I
mean,
did.
these are stock maps anyway, right? Not like you. I don't know.
Let me make sure. The fun of doing this over Roll20. Although I'm actually kind of excited by the idea of Fog of War, and so let's turn that off for a second. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys see anything now?
No. Are we on the right map? You should check that
You
just in
should
case.
be. You are
Okay.
on.
Just
Yeah, players are reading on this map.
Okay.
I've never done this
well, in that
before.
case, I don't know.
Well, that's annoying.
Oh, actually, that's an interesting point. Is anything is the background not on the terrain layer?
Maybe. I just made it transparent, so hopefully.
I can see it on your stream. I can't see it on Roll20.
Yeah, it might be on the GM layer only. It's possible. Although if it was, it shouldn't go black. It should show you the white grid. I don't know. I think we shouldn't spend too much time on it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's annoying.
Figure it out between stuff.
Got the thing. Yeah. Actually, you know what? This is probably a good time for a quick little break anyway. So we're going to take a little break.
Okay.
Anybody do by like 5 minutes or something? And then 5 or 10. And we'll be back here in a few minutes. Meanwhile, for the people watching on the stream, thanks very much for watching and listening after the fact and watching after the fact. We do have a podcast version of this. We have VOD on Twitch, and we also have YouTube. So please check us out. Also, don't forget to click the little subscribe and help us grow a little bit, and follow whatever platform it does, just so you get updates and you can see us. We're also on Instagram, and we also have a contest right now, so we'll have details about that when we come back. So I'll warm up my the anyway. So we'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes, and thanks very much, everybody. Do I have a? Yes, I do. All
Where are we?
right. I think, yes. I think we're back. We're back. I'll take S words for 400, Alex. All right, that was kind of weak. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for watching on our stream, live, or after the fact, or listening to our podcast. My name's Todd. We're DMing a game. I'm DMing a game, and these wonderful people are joining me online. Darcy, of course, has been doing the art for us, and some of them are represented by the art. So we're just getting back from a break, dodged a few trolls, and finally made your way back to the succubus herself, or at least her temple. You guys are standing just outside of her temple. Oh, I almost forgot. There's a giveaway. So yeah, if you're interested in entering in the giveaway, I want to do this next week, actually. I think we'll probably just put names
Give
in
a
a
date,
hat.
please.
That would be Tuesday.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday, I would like to sort out who's going to be the winner for a giveaway.
Okay,
That means I
whatever.
have to find it in my base, in my garage.
That is March 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
Not March, April.
April.
But April 6th or 7th.
Now, if I'm,
What is the giveaway? Why don't you
so
illuminate us?
the giveaway
Right,
will
yeah.
be on March 7th. It might be on a live stream. We may or may not be able to game that week. I'm going to be a little busy, but hopefully we can game that week. Otherwise, we'll announce it on Instagram, which you can find in all the places. It's at SideQuest Live Instagram, which I will put up on thing. I had it there.
And it's April 7th.
And it would be April 7th, yes. Do I have the Instagram?
2020.
April 7th, 2020, yes. So, you
That is important.
definitely want to check out at SideQuest Live on Instagram or on Twitter. And let's explain the giveaway. I think this is a good time for me to cue Darcy. Go for it.
What would you like me to say?
I would like you to say your character's full name.
So the giveaway. I remember we first said it was saying it 3 times fast, but I think you just like
we simplified it.
decided that was too hard.
If you can just
I'm
send
gonna
us
try
a
it.
recording.
I'm gonna try it right now.
You're gonna try for 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Our giveaway,
want-
you only need to do it once, but
we want an audio or video. I mean, at very least it needs to have audio, right? If it's just video, that does not count. Of you saying, Umbra de Seara subluniplina, get a cron de stella subluniplina, Umbra de Seara subluniplina, get a cron de stella subluniplina, Umbra de Seara subluniplina, get a corona de stella subluniplina.
wow,
There it
that
is.
was epic. So any viewer that wants to send
Wow.
me that on the feed, you can qualify for a draw, and you can win a. It's not the same game, but it's a box set, introductory box set for Shadowrun. This is
Nice.
for 6th edition, so I will mail this out to you and contact you. So if you want to send me that, you get your name in a draw. We'll draw the names, and that is who's going to walk away with an introductory box set for SR6.
I might join that competition.
You got to say the name.
I will
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah. All right. So
Um,
send that out, and just to keep it legit, we'll make sure that we'll post any that the people here do. I won't post viewers submissions, but
Please,
I'll post
please do
Trent's.
please do try to get that, like, I guess, written out in some way that people can see, because I feel like just trying to mimic the sounds I'm making are not necessarily
That's fair. So
gonna
we'll-
work.
I think you need to write that
I'll
out
put
for
some
us.
new with some new art or a screenshot.
I sent you an image one time, actually, of just like, it was like not anything special. It was
That's
just
true.
like
Just the whole name.
a gradient with text on it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I will throw that up on @SideQuest Live on Instagram and Twitter, and
Awesome.
you guys can check that out. So that's our giveaway for anybody who wants to enter. Let's dive back in, shall we? So
So where are we going?
you.
I'm just
Oh, sorry.
thinking-
Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Because I'm just testing my mic. I wasn't sure you could hear
That's
me.
good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds
That's
great.
good now.
You're good.
I'm turning it off because I'm having a little dinner. So,
No problem.
but I can still hear you.
That is the
Archibald
important
is
part.
causing mischief, as he does,
Absolutely. All right. So.
off somewhere
Oh
in the
yeah.
woods.
Oh yeah. I was just gonna say, I don't know if this is actually your. No, that's on the wrong layer. I'm still getting used to. Oh, okay, there we go. So you guys
There
are
are
positioned.
3 layers.
There are 3. There may be only 1. So Benkuhm, I'm gonna drag you in here if that's okay.
Oh, I'm right up at the
Oh, you are. Okay.
beds or whoever's sleeping.
Okay, so let's just backtrack a little as you enter. So
Yeah.
you come riding up. Is that everyone? I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Darmita?
Uh,
Maybe
Oh, right.
Johannes? Maybe some Cambians?
Johannes and some Cambians. So let me just grab them from the previous thing. That's probably the easiest way.
I can't myself. Am I looking? I can see Benkuhm, and I can see. Yeah, I see the ping, but is this me? No, that's not me. I can't move
I
it.
don't think you're there.
I don't think you're there, yeah. Just drag yourself off again. It's the
Okay,
first time we've been on this map, I think.
here I'll just put myself here for now, and then go.
There you go. Ah, horse.
There we go. So you're back here. Benkuhm and Darmita have taken the lead. You're outside of a broken old monastery / temple. This was a temple to the old gods, the gods that are not welcome in this area under the eye of Pelor. And in fact, this temple is significantly older than most of the rest of the region. It has been, beaten down by weather, but it also looks like it's had a little encouragement to be a little bit more ramshackle. You can tell as you ride up that the main door has been sundered by some kind of blow. The whole place has been worked over, probably by the Knights of Pelor. As you amble up, in full view, you can actually see there is a watch as a little red creature is sitting on the brick right at the edge of one of the openings where there should be a door into the temple.
Oh, it's adorable.
It is an imp. It is. It's
So
super cute. It
Fenris,
looks like
would
it
you
was
like to
chewing
make
on something.
introductions? I feel like you are leading this exchange.
We are here to trade with the Veiled One.
Yeah.
It looks up at you, and I don't know if this is the right thing. Nope, that's not it. All right, I'll worry about that later. So it looks up at you. It speaks in Infernal. Do you speak Infernal?
I do.
No?
Fenris does.
All right, Fenris. The rough translation is, "Oh, you're back.
Probably Darmita does too.
They didn't catch and eat you then."
No, we caught them.
He kind of looks over at you, almost surprised that you replied.
Nice one, Fenris.
You probably don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's speaking back in Infernal.
Benkuhm still says nice one, just assuming Fenris burned him for a sick burn.
Always assume the sick burn. All right,
Benkuhm, they are immune to burns. Please.
that's true. Oh, imp humor.
Hey!
Hey, all the best, imp humor. All right, so it
Is she inside?
It nods and hops down off of the stack of rocks and goes scurrying inside. Actually flying / scurrying. It kind of hovers a little to the ground as a couple of feet and then hops up again. You see
We
as it,
follow?
yeah, you guys walk inside and leaving the horses outside, I'm assuming. Or actually, the door is wide enough. You
Oh,
can
wait.
ride the horses right in.
I'll carry one of the guys now.
You're gonna say I carry one of the horses.
And carry one of
Let's
the
go.
horses.
Full Cho'Gall and just
Do you
walk
want
in.
the magistrate or the other one? The magistrate is this guy.
Yeah, I'll take the magistrate.
Take
I'll
the
pick
magistrate.
All
up.
right, so
Yeah,
I'm just
Benkuhm,
gonna...
take the magistrate. Our agreement was to trade the magistrate, not the other one.
Absolutely. Just one second.
Not enough space here.
I'm just gonna let Benkuhm control him as well. Slow going.
Nice, good. I guess I am following behind Fenris, not actually beside him. It's tight.
So I'm going to, while we're outside,
All right,
I'm going to pick up a rock,
he's yours.
a small pebble,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
And I believe I can do this. If I cast darkness on it and closed my hand over the pebble,
That's
it
true.
would suppress the darkness. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
sure.
true.
Darkness
So
is
I'm
a
gonna use-
concentration spell, though. Just a quick reminder.
Right. So I am going to do that using 2 sorcery points on a
Nice.
pebble,
Mhm.
and while I do it, I close my hand over the pebble.
Sure. So just out of line of sight of everything, you pick it up. There's this brief flicker of darkness, and you close it in your hand.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do before you enter the Temple of the Veiled One? Benkuhm's like, doo, 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 doo. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just be following suit. And did I see Fenris do that?
With your passive perception, you probably did see a quick flicker of some kind of spell, and then it doesn't seem to be in effect anymore.
I'll just kind of glance at
Just
Fenris, and just a slight smile will come over my face. Like just the corner of my mouth turns up, smiling.
mhm.
All right.
I'll give her a slight nod, and then, all right, let's start walking in.
All right, so you guys
Are any of you
stroll
on
in.
horses?
Yeah, are you leaving the horses behind, or?
I'm not on a horse.
I'm not on a horse.
Okay.
I think I'm just
I'm not.
trotting on the horse. I'm just like on a slow walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm walking.
Oh, too many horses.
Alright.
Johannes, maybe
There you
you
go.
want to leave that guy here, even though you're more integral to the story than I am. I don't know. Like, you want to stay with the guy here, Johannes? Question mark.
He looks at you and says,
We were bringing them all in.
I'm
right?
not letting that one out of my sight. And he
Oh,
has a
okay.
rope on the other guy, and he's pulling, half dragging,
Nice.
mostly, actually entirely
Okay,
dragging
okay,
the
cool.
other guy along.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Then can I chain this guy up and drag him like that? Then that'd
Yeah,
be so cool.
You can
Yeah.
grapple him and drag him if you want to.
Yeah, I just wrap the chain around like his like armpits and shoulders.
Sure, he's dragging along 5 feet behind
Chain
you.
that wants to restrain.
Yes, it's
There.
true. It really does. It just
Words.
it happily binds around him. He, as you wrap him in the chains, the magistrate, who's gagged, is like,
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
Fuck this guy. I'm gonna use one of the 2 charges to restrain him with the
all right.
with the
Do a
thingamajig.
wisdom
So-
save for me, please.
yeah.
I mean, isn't being tied up in a chain actually a restraint? Like, if you have
Yeah.
time to do it, obviously, like the charges are for like in combat, right?
Yeah, but he wants
Nah,
it to hurt.
I'm doing it.
Okay, cool. I'm into it. That's awesome.
All right.
And then I'm just gonna drag this son of a bitch like
It's,
up.
it's as though there's a flare of darkness and yet also flames as the spikes on the chain seem to eagerly extend. If you weren't watching really closely, you wouldn't see the movement, but they go an extra almost centimeter in biting into his flesh as you cinch it tight and drag him along behind you.
Yes.
He ends up taking 9 extra damage.
Yes.
All right. There we go. Of course.
Feel the burn of Benkuhm.
You go marching up, and you march right into where that imp had led you. It is standing at the feet of a fallen orc, actually, or a fallen half orc. You step over the body as you do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
there
yes, I
is-
do.
Right next to you, there is a person, a large half
This is so funny.
looking man who's just standing. Looking down at the fallen body you just stepped over, totally ignoring you. Just totally, you know, Blair Witch staring at this fallen being.
It's a half giant, sorry? Or half ogre?
Half orc.
Half orc. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna send a message spell to Fenris, just asking, what do you make of this? This is a much more activity than last time.
I don't know. Maybe she's just amusing herself.
Yeah. No concern of ours.
You, where you're standing, especially from Benkuhm, about 10, 15 feet in front of Benkuhm, are the two collapsed, crumpled, now slightly covered bodies of the two people that got you into this mess. The two newlyweds who had gone up to this temple to pledge themselves in the old ways. Toby, and you didn't actually get her name.
Did not. Do we see the Veiled Mistress at all?
Not from where you are. You do see in the amazingly gorgeous orange lines, you see the edges of what's called the inner sanctum. It's mostly made of wood, which is held up surprisingly well given the age. It has a few holes punched in it over from damage from the knights, but overall it is still an enclosed inner sanctum.
Okay.
And it is currently closed. The imp...
Please, Fenris, announce yourself.
As you fly past the imp, as you walk past, the imp flutters up to the second floor. So there are stairs leading up to a mostly collapsed second floor. The imp flies up over your head, perches on the edge, and looking down over, he would be able, from that vantage point, to see down into the inner sanctum. And he calls out in Infernal,
Mistress, they have returned.
There's a brief wait. And then the doors open. And out walks...
It's a ghost!
well, I'm using this mini.
What is that?
It's a fire! Oh my god, guys, the building's on fire!
No, it's I'll zoom in. It's a woman. With the arms outstretched. And...
a literal hot woman.
Yep. Literal hot. She's on...
Veiled One, we've returned. And we brought the magistrate, or should I say the Cambion, disguised as the magistrate.
She steps
Nice
out,
one.
standing above Toby and his bride, who are still sleeping, but they begin to rouse at your waking. She looks, as soon as they kind of see each other, there's a look of hope in each other's eyes, a little bit of fear, and then they look up and they see her step out, and they immediately close their eyes and try to pretend to sleep again. They're pretty young. They're just barely in their 20s. She steps out of the shadows behind the cast by the inner sanctum, the wooden doors thrown aside, and she is this voluptuous, incredibly beautiful succubus woman, not wearing a lot of clothes, but some, and two large leathery wings stretching out behind her, almost like a cloak, but it's living, and it occasionally unfurls and then refurls as she steps between the two lovers, directly between them, over top of them, nudging them with her foot in an oddly sensual way. And then she walks forward, and she approaches directly up to Benkuhm, looking up. Where she stands, she's basically like nipple height on you, is her face, and she's eyeing you very close, like almost smelling you from that distance, like really this close in. And she's just like, You I do not recognize.
You would not.
Fresh meat you bring me. As her eyes fall down to around you to notice the magistrate prone behind you on the ground. He, for probably the first time, has stopped making complaining noises, because he's most of the trip he's been like, he is now quiet and looking up at her.
I will dig the chains in deeper and say, he was much more chatty before we came here. So do not think he does not speak.
She looks down, and she drapes a finger along your torso, unless you choose to pull away, and just drags a single long-nailed finger, not clawed, just long, very well manicured nails, along your torso as she walks around your shoulder, pushes kind of playfully between you and the half-orc, and around to crouch next to the magistrate and lean down and inspect him. She takes note of his missing arm and his binds, and she makes a little, "Oh, how far we have come, and yet you all come home eventually."
Oh, God.
Is all you can make out behind the
Egg.
yeah, the gag.
To do a insight on her when she said that, as to kind of the tone behind that, whether it was like fond or impetuous or whatever.
Go ahead and do
Sounds
a insight check,
Yeah.
Darmita.
I was going to say I would love to see what the camera watching this scene happen and just like swivel and look at Darmita, because I would love to see her reaction shot.
Absolutely.
And I think this is a good into that.
Yeah.
I just have to find her. Where is she? There she is.
All right. And,
Yeah. I'm actually probably trying to do the same thing to understand if she's their friend or their foe.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead, and you can either do it as an assist, or actually, you're gonna have to roll on your own, Gord.
Yeah, I just did.
I
12.
Ooh,
Sorry.
yeah, the insight did not go well for Bela. Your
No.
mic's cutting in and out a little bit there, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Bela, you got a 7, and Gordon got a 12. She's hard to read. She seems, the whole time she's come out, has been alternating extremely in control, extremely powerful, but also very playful, in a way that she doesn't seem to be taking a lot seriously. She looks up at Benkuhm again with this kind of half-cocked smile, then looks over at the half-orc and raises an eyebrow and says, "You can rest." He turns around and marches back over to this side and just flings himself down on some stones, sitting down, kind of holding his knees, rocking back and forth a little bit. The succubus then turns to... I managed to put it in a place that's hard for me to grab. Hold on one sec. There we go. She turns to Fenris, who takes a step back.
I don't know. I was just moving to let you position her.
Thank you. Yes, she turns
Okay.
to Fenris and meets you with a level gaze. She's pretty tall for for a succubus. Most succubus are short. No, she's a fairly tall woman. So she looks at you and looks you up and down and says, "You've been growing. Welcome back. So, I see you've kept your end of the bargain."
Yes. And we would expect you to keep yours now.
Absolutely.
A trade's a trade.
In due time. In due time. So, I see. She looks past at and sees just behind you. She sees Johannes and his prisoner. Johannes kind of shuffles back a little bit over, just for sightlines. She looks over at Johannes and says, if you rolled over a 10, she's not that subtle with this. So, Gord, because you're so close, you see the ever so slight little flicker of a wink at Johannes. And you
Is
can
it like a passive perception, maybe?
passive perception of over...
Or like was this an insight
12
before?
or over. A passive perception
okay.
will do it,
You
too.
do appear to
Okay,
be
okay.
behind them, though.
Cool.
Yeah, so I don't know if you have the...
Well, I'm assuming
mean,
you're turning and watching.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I got a 14, so I just
You are
wondering.
kind of from behind her, so I would
Yeah.
would say you can pick up what when she turns to Johannes. I would even let you
I'm interested in
do
that.
a full-on insight check for this, because you are more watching Johannes than you are watching her.
Yeah, definitely me doing that.
This entire scene,
Nat 20.
Umbra Seara
Yes.
is exclusively
Fuck you,
watching
Johannes.
Fenris.
Fuck you, Johannes. Yeah, Levi, if you're watching this, yeah, get
Eat
fucked.
it.
Suck it.
Yeah.
Suck
So
it.
you have not taken your eyes off of Johannes since the succubus.
Johannes.
You're just staring at him and his response when she looks towards him. Gord,
Do I put it together now?
or Fenris, you see the ever so subtle wink, and you can hear him shuffle his feet. Benkuhm, what you notice is you see him. Well, let me see. Hold on one sec. Nat 20. You got a nat 20. He only got a 7.
I got a nat 20.
Yeah, which probably brings him to like close to 13 or something. You see him blush and look at the ground for a second, and then look back at her, and he gives a half smile, like, I'm listening. And then you actually hear him just quietly say, I'm listening.
Senpai.
She-
My
Yeah?
just because I didn't have full information before, does it make sense to Benkuhm now? Because he's not well versed in like charms, but he thinks this guy's been possessed by a devil or
Yeah.
demon.
That's pretty much exact. You think that he either is or was possessed, and especially
Okay,
because
so-
you can see the strange reaction of the half orc. You're looking to your right. You see Johannes and the succubus. To your left, from your perspective, you can see the half orc just kind of rocking back and forth, looking over at the fallen half orc. You've spent time around half orcs before. They
Yeah.
could be brothers for all, like, I know that sounds
Okay,
kinda,
let's not typecast all orcs here.
but honestly, there is a very strong resemblance between them.
Where between the half orc
Between the
that
half-orc-
disappeared next to me?
The half orc that walked away up to here and is now sitting on a stone a little bit further.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see him now.
And the
So
one who
I'm
was
noticing just kind of that shift and already suspicious because she tried to charm me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to now persuade her to fulfill her end of the bargain and complete her end of the deal. And I'll speak to her infernal.
Sure. Go
Right
ahead.
before
Oh, yeah,
Golden
go ahead.
Eyes does that, I just go out loud after that insight, kind of like a surprise, like my hat of disguise, which should now be attuned to me.
Yeah.
I pop a monocle, a mustache, and a top, and like a little charlatan's hat. And Benkuhm says, "Oh my God, Johannes wants to fuck the succubus. I get it now." Guys, that was what I was getting at for like 3 days. He was so
Beautiful.
weird. Darmita, he has the hots for the veiled one.
I see, yes.
You see, I just figured this out.
Even Johannes looks
Damn
at you
it.
and is like, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna speak in infernal to the veiled one, and I'm gonna say,
Nice.
as per our bargain, fulfill your end, the magistrate, for the two small folk, and we leave in peace. Can I roll? Do I roll anything, or is she gonna
You can roll
respond to that?
perception. Yep.
Persuasion, you mean?
Persuasion, yeah.
Come on. Nice.
17.
Okay.
All right, that's pretty. She looks back at you. She's standing right in front of you, and she turns and says, "Oh, all business now. You are in such a hurry. Do stay a while. Be my guests, or not, if you want. You seem a bit nervous. Well, I understand it can be a little intimidating. Your first deal." She walks, stepping over the dead body, and just almost like one leg on one side, stiletto heel on one side, one stiletto heel on the other. She walks over to Darmita and eyeballs Darmita. "You, I do not know." She also does a bit of a sniff towards you.
I'm just here to help them.
Do a persuasion check?
Persuasion or deception?
Or deception, your choice.
My choice.
Oh, I guess it is deception probably, because you really want to kill her.
The point is that, like, even if it's true, you're
Oh,
just you're
First
trying to
one was a
monster regardless of-
19. Nice. She looks at you. "I see you've picked up some helpers along the way. I understand, I have my own helpers. You," she turns to the half-orc, "why don't you get us something to eat? Make yourself useful." He gets up, starts walking off this way, and starts making his way back up the stairs. That's a really long turn.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Not that far.
You've been very
So
quiet. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yep.
during this whole thing, I'm watching Fenris, right? Like, my whole thing is that I want to see how he reacts to these situations more so than anything else that's going on. But after like a while of it, and I think it's like specifically when she starts paying attention to Darmita, I want to send Fenris another message where I'm saying, "Did you not want to barter for something more? Why else would we bring the second present?"
Well,
let's do the first deal first.
yeah, let's complete this deal first, and then we can talk about the second one.
Very well.
All right.
Yeah, that's all.
So I'm going to ask the Veiled One again. Are these Cambions infiltrating the Eye of Pelor? And are they your enemies? I assume they are, but I'd like for you to tell me true.
Do a persuasion check for me, will you?
Which
And
check?
I'm gonna let you roll with advantage.
Okay. 25.
Nice.
Nice. She steps over the dead body of a fallen half-orc, looks at you from a distance with a new respect. "Ah, I see you have begun to play the game. Good. I wouldn't want anyone to be caught unawares. So, first of all, my sincere thanks for bringing me back my children. It has been a long time." And you see the magistrate who's like, "Oh, God." She looks over at the other
That
one.
should have been obvious. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
"An unexpected reunion. Well, haven't you two been busy boys? Well, perhaps some tea is in order?" Anyone? She walks up next to Benkuhm and runs her nails down his arm in this really provocative kind of way.
I would much rather unwrap this man from chains and collect those two people.
All business, I see. All right. Unravel
I
him. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, you broke up there.
Sorry, I stepped closer to Benkuhm.
Okay.
I drag the guy up the stairs, I'm guessing, or does she want him in the inner sanctum?
She says, leave him there, and she motions towards a pile of like fur over here.
Yeah, I was
motions
gonna
to a
leave him
pile
right
of
there.
wreckage and stuff just at the base there. I mean,
Okay. Benkuhm takes a step to the people.
there are
Yeah,
some
same.
furs and stuff. Yep, go ahead. She lets you.
I'm going to look at them in the eyes and say, both of you, keep quiet, but come with me.
Let us go.
They both stop
Benkuhm
pretending
extends
to
a
be
hand.
asleep and start getting up.
Toby, your uncle sent me to get you. Stay close.
What is your name, miss?
My name is Lara, she says. Toby's like, Uncle Ben?
Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill? I don't have my notes.
I'm so afraid right now.
It was a nickname.
Here.
Uncle Bill sent you.
Come on, Lara and Uncle Toby.
They
All
both,
right.
They both stand up.
Are
I'm
they
not
coming
going to
with
change
us?
their minis. Yes, absolutely. They get
Yeah, okay.
leaving the bikes behind. Their clothes are in tatters around them, but they are clothed a little bit, kind of clutching and closed in places where they were probably torn open. So
my
the
bad.
succubus,
I take
as you
that.
guys start walking by, she turns around. Johannes walks forward, dragging the other one, and says,
Oh, really? I'm
And-
following Johannes.
and turns to her and says, "Well, that's the deal for one of them. What do we get for this one?" And the succubus turns to you and says, "Well, what would you like?"
Don't let Johannes choose. He's way too horny for this girl. We've got to make a real business decision, guys. Don't let Johannes choose. That's my only professional opinion.
Nice. You guys can talk. She's like, you can talk for a moment if you like. I see.
All right. Group huddle.
I will miss my little playthings, but their usefulness is done. They're with you. And Johannes deposits the other succubus on this stone here. I'll just tint him red so you can... not succubus. Cambion.
Man,
Well, we could trade him for information.
is she an
Or-
augury?
I'm sorry?
Is she like a divinator, or is she just like a
She's,
traditional witch type deal?
she's probably a bit more powerful than your average succubus for sure, but the extent of her powers are a bit unclear. You could go... You know what? Benkuhm, go ahead and roll a history check for me.
What? No, I don't want to. Benkuhm doesn't have it in him, man. Trent is interested because we're all getting a private moment to talk, but Benkuhm is like, she's kind of hot, and I need to fight it possibly.
Fenris, this is all up to you. I mean, this is not really Darmita or Benkuhm's situation at all. They simply are coming on to make sure that we don't do anything brash, I believe, if I recall correctly. So, it was not their deal to make.
And I think I agree. I think it's ours. And we either trade the lieutenant for another prisoner like that half-orc, or information, or a boon of some type. Do you have a recommendation, Seara or Johannes? Darmita, Benkuhm, you've traveled with us. I'm willing to listen to a recommendation from either of you as well.
I asked you before what you plan to do after this. Whatever would be
told
best in that course of action.
I would want to incite the half-orc.
Okay.
Is the half-orc the guy that was up here?
Yeah, he was. He's currently
Okay.
actually coming down the stairs as you speak, carrying some provisions, some supplies. He turns and walks almost blindly past Umbra de Seara, carrying forward what looks like a pretty nice, ornate tea set, and he stops, and stretches, and then he stops in front of the succubus and offers her tea. It's a very strange setting as this huge half-orc, dressed in mostly furs and very wild, rugged, not a kind of civilized half-orc, is now holding this delicate tea set very carefully, so carefully that it's even starting to bend a little bit in the handle as he's gripping it tightly. A tray, and he's offering her some tea. The imp is busy kicking its feet, dangling from above, kind of chewing on whatever bone it was chewing.
I turn to Fenris, and Benkuhm says, Golden Eyes, you are a natural-born leader. You can make the decision.
I would still like to incite the half-orc to see. I'm guessing he's enthralled.
Sure, go for it.
By her.
You can tell. You don't even need to roll. He is clearly charmed by her, very much so. He looks very much under the guise. Side note: when you were all eyeballing Johannes is behaving normally for Johannes. He's got a sword at the throat of the Cambion that's right next to him up here, tinted red.
I guess what I'm trying to ascertain is, beyond the charm, is he scared? Like, is he being
if anything,
held beyond charm?
Oh, I am going to make you roll insight for that, because that's not going to be an instant C. He is obviously obeying her every whim. But anything beyond that, you're going to need to... Ooh, nah. Yep, the dirty 20 will do it. You can see that he is filled with rage and sadness. And the shaking and the bending of this is his attempt to serve her, but really the wringing of his hands and the way that the edge of the tray is bending, you can tell that it's barely contained rage. You can even see where his eyes, although they're fixed steadily on her in servitude, there are tears streaming fairly freely down his face, past his tusks.
Okay. At that point, I will lean over to Fenris and share that information. I agree with Benkuhm. I believe he's got a good head on his shoulders and is a good leader. And I'm merely giving that to him for extra information in what he ends up deciding.
Fenris, if we did not run into the second Cambion, were you planning to simply make the trade and leave? Or was there anything else you were hoping to get out of this?
Well, maybe some information on the Eye of Pelor. I don't think that this veiled mistress is a very reliable ally, but we've made a deal. And with what Darmita said about this half-orc, I'm willing to trade for the half-orc.
Well, maybe she's not reliable, but perhaps you could bind such a devil to your will. Is that not the thing that sorcerers do?
Not this one.
Well, I look up at the imp. How about that one?
I call out to Darmita, to the veiled one, and I say, we'll trade you the other one for the half-orc.
Is that all? That sounds like a bargain.
It is.
She passes by, leaving the teacup on the tray, and walking over towards this this cambion. She looks at him.
Sabrick, have you been a good boy? You've been very bad, leaving your mother here all by herself.
Oh. Well, I suppose. One toy for another. Sure, you can have your half-orc. Curious trade. Johannes pipes up. And because he's so valuable, I believe that you could sweeten the deal a little bit for us. He attempts with disadvantage because I'm not going to.
Sure.
Okay.
Those are two 18s, and he's a bard. He's like,
Yeah.
This is a bonus. We should get a bonus too. So what do you say? You tell us. He looks over at Fenris. You tell us everything you know about the Eye of Pelor in exchange for him as well and the half-orc.
Good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
I'm trying to play Johannes. He would probably want a good lay as well, but
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
In
do remember
7
Levi
minutes in
saying
heaven.
once, I would do this deal for free. I think I remember him saying that at one point, because he just wants to corrupt Fenris as much as possible.
And he's like, yes, and also,
Of course, it's a bit different now.
it's, you know what? And also, and he walks up to her and whispers in her ear, and she chuckles.
What the?
And he's like, and no funny business, though. Return unharmed. He backs away with his hands kind of like this, and she smiles. She says,
You drive a hard bargain.
done.
I turn to Darmita and I say, she wishes Johannes drove the hard bargain.
So during this exchange,
Great.
I would actually have liked to send a message to Darmita, so maybe your attentions are split a little.
Sure.
Well, she's sort of, I don't know, monologuing. I sent a little message. I don't know if you're aware that this is a thing I've done before and it can do. I don't know. You can react however you wish. But you hear me whisper in your ear from a distance. Are you really going to let her go? We got what we needed. Feel free to take any actions you wish.
I am next to you, Darmita. If that makes you feel confident or not confident.
So while you're
I
having
think
this
we're good.
conversation, the succubus comes over and grabs this bound cambion, and actually, no, she lifts his chin, looks at him, and says,
I guess you're coming home after all.
the half-orc comes over at her beckoning, drags this guy over, and throws him on the rock where he was resting earlier, and then the half-orc turns around. If I can make him turn around, it's been annoying. There, got it.
That's why I just use tokens.
Yeah, exactly. He turns around and moves, walks right up to Benkuhm, and then she leans over and just touches the side of the half-orc's face and then slaps him really hard, and his vision clears. She smiles. She says,
Once you leave, you're your own again. But I caution you, don't seek revenge for your brother. That was in your heart anyway. Somewhere.
she taps him on the chest, and he visibly shudders. And then, standing still, his face just blank. She turns to you and says, once he leaves, he will be under his own power again. Now, for the second part of our 3-part deal. She looks at at Fenris, and then she looks at Johannes.
The Eye of Pelor is a neophyte upstart, trespassing on my territory. I had a very nice thing going here for a very long time. We, succubi, are long-lived. The people of Nos Hamlet have been good to us, and we've been good to them. Me and my kin.
She looks up at the imps. You now see another imp perched up, kind of up this way. I'll put the token in a minute. And another, you see another Cambion. This one's smaller, younger, probably around the age of maybe 15. Kind of, wrong button, hold on. Around the age of 15, kind of step up to the edge of the, above though. He's above, this one is down below. Kind of peeking up like a teenager, called forward. Yeah. He is armed with a long spear, but, you know, she looks back.
What you've said, we already know. You've already told us this.
Well, patience. Patience is a good virtue for all. So, you see, this upstart has been seducing those away from myself and others like me. I'm not the only one. We try to run a quiet ship so we can stay unaffiliated and have our own little territories. So, he's been poaching, and he's taken a number of my rather gifted children, she looks at the magistrate and at the other one, under his wings. Now, I don't know exactly about him, but I know enough. This one would probably know more,
And she motions towards the magistrate.
but beware his silver tongue. They are tricky. I have taught them well. So, you want to know about the Eye of Pelor? He's been here for probably.
She flicks her tongue, and it's this forked tongue. It moves quick as a snake.
Probably about 50 years now. Slowly gathering power behind the scenes. Ostrin is his latest puppet. He is a being from elsewhere. I believe he is a celestial. But he is not like ones we've seen before. He calls himself the Eye because he was once a witness, watching on behalf of his master. But something changed, something in the Great War of the Ascension. You would have to ask others what his motivations are, but let's just say, well, shall we hear it from the horse's mouth? I believe you know a trick or two. She looks at Johannes. Johannes pulls out his flute.
I do.
Johannes starts to play his counter charm.
As the succubus walks over to the bound and gagged magistrate, prone on the broken wood and furs, she pulls at his gag fiercely, pulling it free. How is my guess?
Yeah, not bad. Sloppy in some of the details, Mother. It has been a while. You know this two-bit con of a situation you've got going.
He spits blood.
Couldn't last forever. So, the Eye of Pelor is mighty. and whether he aligns himself with his previous master still or not. That's no use to me. What I know is he opened up the door. He gave us membership. Gave us power. Real power. Not hiding in the woods. So, you,
And he looks over at Fenris.
you, boy, we want you.
Me?
Not
Why me?
you, half giant, half wit. You, boy.
Why do you want me?
The succubus actually answers. Same reason everyone else does. You're the
My
key.
charming demeanor?
That's not a thing.
She walks up and she wants to move past Darmita if you'll let her.
I just look at her and say, "You shroud yourself in secrecy." And at that, she's hunter's marked.
Oh, nice. Do a sleight of hand check for me. Or are you not being subtle?
It's only verbal.
I know, but it's still a bit of a spell. So,
Do you want to be subtle about it, or do you want to just be like, "I just marked you. What are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
Well,
Because you haven't done anything technically aggressive. Does she lash out? I would love to know.
the stealth, my opinion was, the activation was shroud. She's covered.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I hid that within a contextual state.
Yep. So I'll let you do a...
You're trying to be subtle. Okay, cool.
I will let you do either stealth or deception. And I will give you advantage because it was pretty badass.
They're the same, but I'm proficient in deception and not in sleight of hand. So my
stealth.
Or stealth or sleight of hand. Yeah, because it's a verbal thing. It's not sleight of hand. It'll be either stealth or or deception.
Oh, with stealth, I'm proficient as well.
And do stealth.
Well, yeah, it's a +7.
Mm.
That's That's an 18, bringing the total to 25. Nice. She does not appear to notice.
Okay.
She pushes past you, kind of shoving you out of the way, so she can walk right up to Fenris. She says, "My darling, you have the most beautiful eyes. I can't wait for part 3.
That's what my mother said.
Yes."
And I just look at her straight in the eyes.
She smiles and meets your gaze.
You good?
She playfully tugs at your mithril shirt, pulling you forward with her, if you'll let her.
Not really.
Okay. She kind of gets to the end of the tug and then just lets her hand fall away. She's not going to force the issue. She steps back again and says, "I don't understand exactly, but your blood is special. And where you choose to spill it or spend it, that endeavor will grow. It will flourish. You think all these people..." She looks over at Johannes. And then she looks over at Umbra de Seara. And then back to Fenris. "Are here out of the goodness of their heart. Choose wisely. A more ambitious devil might be a bit more forward. But I
have learned it's important not to overreach. And with that, she turns around, walks back.
All right, pick up these two people.
Okay.
I glance at Johannes and Seara, wondering, just contemplating what she said, and I just kind of say, "All right, I think we got what we came here for. Let's go."
All right.
As we're
Right.
walking, as we get a little ways away,
She,
wait,
the
I'm,
succubus starts to go inside, and she turns around and says, calls back to Johannes, "You know, part 3 of the deal may have to wait a little while." Johannes
Just take him.
calls back, and he's like, "I suppose there's no rush. I know where you are."
when we get out of earshot, or what I perceive as out of earshot, I'm going to lean over and whisper into Fenris's ear that I have marked her. It's good for an hour. Get them to safety and finish it off, or
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I don't think we're coming back. Sorry. No, I was about to say. I want to make sure we take the half orc's dead brother, or
Yeah,
whoever
actually,
that is.
As you
And
go,
I wanted to make
Yeah.
a note of it for this
Yeah.
guy and be like,
nice.
"Don't worry, we respect I respect the dead. We will bury
Yeah,
your
good
brother."
call.
Yeah, absolutely. So
That's awesome.
Benkuhm,
Yeah, I love that.
yeah, Benkuhm, who is free to march under his own power, scoops up the fallen body of the half-orc and carries it forward. You're walking out of the threshold, and away you go. You're out in front of the temple. There doesn't appear to
Okay.
be anything around you. You guys have escaped with your goals. You load those who need to be up on the horses, and as soon as you step out of the shadows of the temple, the half-orc just and looks up at Benkuhm. I mean, you're still taller than him.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
he calls up to you. Do you speak Orcish? Or Orc?
No.
He says something in Orc and kind of motions towards and extends his arms.
As a hug.
No, he's asking, do an intelligence check.
Huh. -1. So. He's trying to dab
Fenris
me. He's trying
Not
to like.
paying attention to this. Looking over at Fenris.
Oh, no.
9.
Yeah, he wants
Nice.
a hug.
I just go, listen, man, I get it. Tough spot. Let's just get out of here, and we'll talk. Maybe hug it out later. What's your name?
He switches to a halting common. He's like,
No hug. Give me my brother. Give me my
Oh.
brother's body.
I
He's
don't think you
mine
could carry
to
him.
carry.
And okay, great. Yeah, go for it. That's badass.
so you pass over. It's like, you know that awkward man hug when you didn't really want to hug, and then you thought they did.
Yeah.
And
I didn't lean into it, but I thought he was going for it, and I was like, "Please stop! Please stop! Please stop! Please stop!
Yeah.
Please stop!" leaning
And
into it.
he pulls back and pulls his brother out of your arms, and he carries it just like as though it doesn't weigh a thing. It doesn't bother him at all. He's quite strong.
What's your name?
He just walks away right now. He's
He doesn't even
totally-
speak giant. Fuck.
Oh, you say it in Giant? He doesn't actually speak Giant, but he
Yeah.
just starts marching back down the path a little
All right,
ways.
see you. What a fucking asshole. No, I'm just joking.
Well, Fenris.
how's that for appreciation?
Well, he's not leaving your party per se, but he's definitely putting some distance between him and
Yeah.
the
Horses.
succubus.
Sarah,
Yeah.
Sure.
Johannes claims a horse. The newlyweds clamber up on one. Lara, the bride, in the front. The Toby in the back. You guys
Sarah.
have 2 horses and
3 people.
Yeah.
Darmita, ride with me.
So Fenris,
Yeah. Well, first I'm going to say, Sarah,
Yes.
why did you come to me? Why are you here with me?
I was sent to keep an eye on you and see which way the wind blows. You are an unknown element. There is something special about you, which I'm sure you know. But what you will do with that spark is unforeseen at the moment. That said, I have been called away. It was a few days back, but we were not out of path with where I was going. If you need my assistance to get these 2 back to where they're going, I could stay on a little longer, but if not, this is probably where I'll leave you.
Damn.
Benkuhm, did you
Wolf.
take up your offer for being a guide? Is that still standing?
I do not think I will accompany you abroad at the moment. I have my own business to attend on the coast.
Well, I would not force anything of you. So,
I have to find
Thank
the
you
man who
regardless.
framed me. I have to find the man who framed me and killed my brother.
You're saying this as you watch the half-orc who's carrying his dead brother march further and further away, a little bit too close.
that was unexpected, but I did wish you well in that endeavor.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll figure it out in due time. But for now, I'll probably just chill with Darmita, kind of avoid my responsibilities, and then when it gets real tough, go figure it out later. Goliath life, roaming, mountains.
Very well. Fenris, do you have an opinion on that? Sorry.
Well, right now I'm going to return these 2 small folk. I think Sarah wanted to meet about another deal, and I want to find out more about this eye.
Very good.
I now
think
know
you
the
can
name
take
of
that
my
on your
enemy. I now know the name,
Lustrin?
and I'm going to make him the Eye. Alstrin, I thought, was high up there, but I never knew who led the Eye of Pelor. So whoever this is the person I need to take vengeance on.
I'm going to dismount the horse that I'm riding, and sort of I guess lead it so I can pass it off to Fenris. And as I do, then I reach out a hand to shake. Just farewell. I will probably see you again sometime. I'm not entirely sure what I've been called off to do at the moment.
Farewell. I'm sure we'll meet again one day.
Do you shake my
Yeah,
hand?
I'll shake your hand.
I would like to spend a plot point
Yeah.
to drop, inscribe Druidic onto his palm.
A druidic mark.
Which I can use, to find him again. Which there's no rule in the game for that. That's why I'm using a plot point.
Cool.
That's fair.
Because
there is.
I realize I'm leaving, and I'm like, wait, how am I going to find him again?
No, I love it. That's definitely canon.
Yeah.
How
Sweet.
this is going to
Awesome.
work is actually the spell locate object or scry, either one.
I could prepare it.
You can use a version of that to track your druid palm. And with that,
Awesome. I mean, locate object only 100 feet, so it's useless.
yeah,
but
that's why
sure,
it's
cool.
more of a
narratively.
it's like a combination between
Yeah,
the 2.
plot points.
And because it's definitely your mark, you can find it again.
Yeah.
All
Awesome.
right.
Cool.
And with that, you leave the temple of the succubus behind you, a little wiser.
Yeah.
And having completed one mission, with the possibility of more.
Yeah.
All right. I think for tonight we're going to call that there. thanks very much,
Sounds
everybody.
right to me. I
That was
just
good.
shake
Fun.
hands, turn into a wolf, and dash off into the forest.
Absolutely.
Cool.
All right.
Cool,
Well,
cool.
thanks very much for playing, guys, and thanks very much to our,
Thank you.
our listeners and our viewers. And don't forget about the contest. Does anybody have any shout-outs they want to do before we close up?
No.
Shout out to Levi for not being here, which sucks because I had like 4 weeks ago, I was like, okay, sometime before we get to the succubus, I need to have a conversation with Johannes. And I've just been like, I can't have that conversation
I
As
feel
an
that.
NPC,
at the helm.
Mhm.
And it's like the funniest thing is, I love the way you play Johannes. He's like my favorite NPC.
Awesome.
He's not an
I'm
NPC.
glad I'm doing the
Like I can't treat him
character
that way.
justice.
Oh man, yeah. Anyway,
Well,
also shout out to I have art of the succubus. I finished it like
oh
well
yeah,
like
I
an hour
tried to
before
load
we
that up.
went live. It's available somewhere.
Yeah, it'll
but
be on the
it's not on the
socials.
stream. Also, you gotta get my art of Seara on the stream. It's this old picture.
Oh, is this
it's
the old one
outdated.
still?
Like, come
I'm
on.
sorry. I'm sorry. Here, I actually do have
I
the
took a
succubus.
look at it during
Here,
a lull. I was
we
like,
can
I'm just
load
gonna
up
take a
that
look to see
succubus.
if we updated that.
Here we go.
Mr. Benevolent.
I was so busy playing all the different characters, I couldn't actually showcase the succubus art. But again, Darcy, thanks so much. This is beautiful art, and we will put this up on Instagram, and I know you do as well. So, and have a little imp there
Hey,
too.
I'll get it up places.
Yeah,
but-
it's on the stream right now, so but you guys can't see it, but it is up there.
Mr. Benevolent DM,
Awesome, cool.
did we do so well over the past few sessions and fight so many monsters that we get a level up?
I think we should.
This actually is a pretty good point for a level up, so I'm gonna say absolutely. Welcome to level 8.
That's awesome.
You
That's
can
awesome.
choose to spend that where you wish.
And everybody be impressed. Darmita did not kill any of the Cambians, and she walked away from the effing succubus.
Mm-hmm.
But why?
Well, she's got her marked though. She can come back and kill her
Yeah.
another time.
Yeah, you can. That's the epilogue scene after the credits of this episode. Is you just like on a cliff, you just like shoot her at 400 feet, just like
That's
7
the
times, and she
sniper
dies.
shot. All right.
Just
I'm
take
gonna-
like 8 rounds before she could even close the gap.
Shout out to Todd, by the way. Great job with the
nice.
story on this.
Oh
Thanks,
yeah,
man.
Oh, yeah, this is
really
great.
It's a
evolved.
lot of fun.
Amazing.
And it's pulled me in. Honestly, I was gonna. My plan was to be playing Shadowrun by now, and make all of you make up characters for Shadowrun. But I'm just having a fun time making this story with these characters, and it's a bit of a twisted knot to untangle. So you're pulling at some of the threads that are dangling there.
Yeah.
Honestly,
By all means, I want you to go off
we
and do your own
could,
thing if you
like,
want.
hiatus this at this point. It's a good stopping point if we wanted to. I'm not saying we should, but like
I'm still
that
game to
would be the
go.
spot too. Yeah, if we were
I'm
going to.
I'm still game to go. I mean,
yeah,
I
totally.
think after
I
dropping
want to
the
help
small
out Golden Eyes.
I want to find out more about the eye, and like there's Sarah Telborn, and we might run into the others like Henrietta and them, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I also want to shout out to Todd because, like, at one point with the technical difficulties and absolutely just everything going on.
Oh,
Like-
play! I'm having fun. This is actually skill building as well. I use this for my my other job, so I use this kind of stuff for that. These kinds of skills, so it's actually practice for me. So thanks for helping me with our dual hobbies.
I was
Huzzah.
I shit just over like my new headset and the challenges and the
Oh
not
yeah.
so quality, and I was just like, "Arr." So like, yeah.
No, it all works though. It all works. And anyway, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks. We can chat after I stop the stream. I just figured I'd wrap it up.
Yeah.
So thanks very much for listening to us blather on, everybody. This is our true tabletop experience, as much as we can. And stay safe out there, okay? All of
Stay
you
safe.
guys, stay healthy, stay at home as much as possible, and play some role-playing games with your friends and your family, and to those who are having to work through this and are first responders and just hanging in there. Thank you so much. And like, you guys are amazing, and I can't even begin. But everyone else can do their part too by helping out, by all that. So
Staying home.
yes, stay home, play some role-playing games in front of a webcam. The commute is really fast. So anyway. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
That's it from me. Anybody want to make a suggestion for a title? Actually, I think I already did put a title for this one, but I can change that up if you want.
I
But what is it?
walks away.
Nice. The one I had just as a placeholder was the Mistress awaits. But I'm happy to change that if anybody has any other suggestions in chat or any of the players here. Sorry, I don't have Fenris on the.
I like the Mistress awaits.
Yeah.
Or you could just say the bargain.
Oh, that is suggestive.
2 out of 3. All right. The bargain.
It's certainly not a pun. I'll give you that, though.
Maybe the internet can vote on it.
Yeah. Internet. Feel free to do this after the fact. I'll put this up. Although I'll probably post it with a title, but we can always change it later. So
yeah, vote on what the episode for this title should have been after you've listened to it.
Yeah. So far it's going to be this as a working title, but we can switch it after in post. All right. Thanks everybody so much, and we'll see you all again soon.
Nice.
Cool.
You've been listening to SideQuest Live. Thanks so much for tuning in. We try to record all of our games as much as possible, whether that's Dungeons & Dragons or Shadowrun or another tabletop role-playing game. Just a quick side note about all the licenses and copyrights involved. Our music is all Creative Commons attribution music on our live stream video feed or YouTube replay or Twitch VOD. We always attribute each individual artist, so be sure to check out those individual artist attributions. Lots of love to so many people who make their work available so that we can do what we do. So thank you. It influences our game. It makes it immeasurably better. So much appreciation for them. Let's not forget the makers of the games. Dungeons & Dragons is copywritten by Wizards of the Coast. They own it. They make it available to all of us to play, and it's wonderful. We are in no way affiliated with them, and nor do they endorse this podcast, but we are very appreciative. The other game we often play is Shadowrun, which is Catalyst Games, and again, we are not affiliated with them, and they do not endorse us, but we really appreciate their game, and we hope you appreciate our game. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Twitch and YouTube, and watch for those live games once we're streaming them out. And of course, we do accept suggestions for names, so please hit us up on Instagram and name our stuff. All right, thanks so much. I'm Todd, and this has been SideQuest Live. We'll see you again soon.